2 kid, and I gotta ask y'all something, man. Is Canelo Alvarez capping at 175? Because I'm getting these rumors. That's all they are. They rumors. You know what I'm saying? They rumors. They rumors. But that he's going to fight John Ryder. John Ryder. Why would he fight John Ryder? There's some rumors out there that he's gonna fight Bivol. If he don't fight Caleb Plant, he's gonna fight Bivol. So why not make that fight work? Why not make that fight happen? Um, I'm looking forward to that fight, and they're saying I seen reports stating that Bivol will have 6 weeks to prepare for that fight. I ain't mad at that. I wasn't mad at that when Caleb Plant first. Uh, they said that Caleb Plant was going to fight him, and he only had 6 weeks to prepare for him, coming off a dub. And I'm pretty sure Bivol is definitely in shape or getting in shape. So why can't we get this fight going? Or are we going to get this fight going? That's what I want to know. Is it just cap? Is it just, okay, I'm going to throw Bivol's name out there and fight this guy? Because nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody wants to see Ryder and motherfucking Canelo. And that's what I'm hearing might just happen. So that's just not cool. That's how I look at it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'll be right back. I gotta do something real quick. 1 second. And I'm back, y'all. And I'm back, y'all. I'm just saying, is this gonna be a fight that we're actually gonna see? Because I feel like Canelo's a good fighter, but is he capping like these other fighters and just using people's names uh to pick himself up when he don't have to? I feel like Bivol, if the fight goes down, I certainly will put money on Bivol. I'm gonna put money on Bivol in that fight. No doubt about it. Why? Because I think Canelo is a good fighter. I think he's a very good fighter. But I think Bivol is on some other shit. I think Bivol is bigger than a lot of the fighters that he's been in with, other than Kovalev. I think that he moves well, good feet, good hand speed, slippery left hook, uh, slick right hand, good jab, in and out, ambush fighter. I think these are the things that make Bivol a threat to Canelo. And that's a fact. Uh, when I see Canelo, I see a counter puncher, somewhat flat footed. He can move, but he good at moving at the waist. But the style matchup, what does that style matchup equal to? You know what I'm saying? What is that style matchup? I think that he makes Canelo reach. He makes Canelo work. he makes Canelo go after him. You know what I'm saying? Where Canelo is plotting and he's a decent counterpuncher. Both fighters can counterpunch. I'm just saying, but Canelo, I don't. I seen him move in on Kovalev, and Kovalev was just throwing random punches. But I don't know, man. I don't know if this fight is a real fight. Like, if this fight is even going to happen. Is he really going to move up to 175, or is he just saying that to try to get the Plant fight? I don't know, but it's something to think about. It's something to think about. We also got a fight today. Coffee got stopped. Surprisingly, to somewhat a vet of today who used his jab, his right hand, very well, and put combinations together on this guy. Like most of the night. So I'm I mean, his opponent was like just one, two, three in him all night. And I gotta say, he looked good tonight. And that's Johnny Rice. Johnny Rice looked fantastic tonight in a good stoppage. What's going on, Tony Reviews? Uh he looked good in a stoppage tonight, and I didn't give Coffee one round. Not one. I ain't give him one round, man. And Coffee has got a good punch, but is he another Stavern? Is he a guy with a good punch, but you got to be in range for him to land that punch? And he's starting late in the game. I don't think that Coffee gave up on that fight. I think he was rocked. I think he would have continued, but damn, that shit was. I didn't give him one round in that fight, not one. I felt as if Johnny Rice put the bees to him. I mean, he was touching that dude all night long, all night long, all night. And it didn't matter what Coffee did. He just did not keep his hands up. He rolled with some punches, but he got touched way too much. Way too much. And he was getting touched with 3-punch combinations all night. Then the swelling started to come in, and it was like, you know what? They should stop it. They should stop the shit. I don't feel that they shouldn't have stopped it, that they should have stopped it. I felt like Coffee had a little more to give, but he wasn't showing nothing. He wasn't really showing anything. It might have went in his favor later if it would have went further, but we don't know. He was getting pieced up. He continued to get pieced up by this man. He continued to get pieced up by Rice, so it is what it is. But I want to know how y'all feel. Do you think that Canelo is really? Oh, you didn't? Oh man. Yeah. Rice stopped Coffee, man. He stopped Coffee, and it was somewhat competitive in the first round, but Rice just kept piecing him up over and over and over again. And I didn't give Coffee one round, man. I didn't give Coffee one round. He wasn't up for the fight, I guess, or he wasn't ready for the fight because I guess Rice was a last minute step in, and he put the bees to him. Yeah, but he put the bees to him. Coffee had a decent He does got a decent win on his record, stopping a decent fighter, but Rice been in there all around the world. You know what I'm saying? This dude be all around the world. So he fighting whoever, whenever, however, you know what I mean, on his on his, journeyman shit, and just constantly giving motherfuckers issues. And he said he finally ready to just let his hands go. And he showed his swagger tonight, man. He went out there and he showed his swagger, man. But I need to know, Tony, Mr. Reviews, do you think that Canelo was capping about moving up to 175 and fighting Better Biev, or Bivol, or Bivol, tomato? Do you think that this motherfucker is just capping, or he actually wants to fight these guys? Think he's just capping, just trying to get because I get it. The whole plant shit, I get it. I'm almost leaning towards Canelo in that situation. Not because I'm a Canelo fan, but he got three belt undisputed. Or not, or three belt going for undisputed, three belt unification. And he's going for that IBF, and this man ain't worth 1.2. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. All right, Tony. But what I'm saying is this dude ain't worth but like 1.5 million, and he passing up a $10 million fight. So in his entire boxing career, decent fighter, but kind of if Andre will never get a shot, why is a guy like Caleb Plant getting a shot? Andre, a two-time world champion with, some people say, a bloated record also. But why is this dude getting a $10 million shot at him? And then they complaining about this man being sick and all that shit. And I'm like, man, come on, man. Cut that shit out, man. Go ahead in there and you can grab 3 belts if you believe in yourself. But is Canelo for real about moving to 175? He done passed up undisputed at 160. He done passed up just recently, passed up undisputed at 168. But so did Caleb Plant. And who had more to gain in that fight? That's how you gotta look at it. That's how I look at it. Who had more to gain? Who can jumpstart their career? Like I feel like they both had a lot to gain in that fight. Like if Canelo won undisputed, then that put him in another echelon. Like that would step it up. Even with his resume, that would step up everything. If Canelo had fought Plant. But at what point do you say, yo, you cap it? Is in the works. This is a historic fight. Can't wait for this epic rematch. I certainly hope not. But Ryder is rumored to said to be his opponent. John Ryder, who everybody arguably thought that he beat Callum Smith, who I felt was a 175 pounder campaigning at 168 because he was scared of the guys that he would have had to fight. And he was a decent fighter, but this dude was beating blown up junior welterweights and they was talking about how great his left hook was and how clean it was. I'm not saying the dude didn't have heart. It takes heart to get in there, but I was never really big on that guy. Uh, I was never really big on Smith. I just always thought he was gonna be Canelo's cupcake. I said it like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. I said that's gonna be Canelo's cupcake. He going he gonna go in and he gonna snatch that dude. Whatever that dude's got going on, he's gonna snatch it up. I felt like he was a bit of a hype job, and I felt that Ryder beat him. I don't know how much issues Ryder would give a Canelo, but that's not a Bivol. If that is the case, that's what I have an issue with. Is these fighters now? If Canelo goes ahead and fights one of those guys, Bivol or Beterbiev, I'm totally with it. I'm totally with that. I'm totally with that. If he comes out his pockets or works with, you know what I mean? But at what point do you just say, this is when I kind of side with Canelo. At what point do you say, yo, listen, plant. That's exactly what you are. You're a plant. You're in the dirt. You're really not moving. Like you're not shaking anything up right now. Why would I bend to your demands when I'm the man at this point? But undisputed is pretty big, though. I mean, like I said, see, I'm at odds here because undisputed is massive. But at what point do you say, "Go fuck yourself"? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And then with Plant, it's like, yo, you making more money. You making 10 times the amount of money that you're worth. And if you even put up a good fight, it will up your stock. If you win, how far will your stock become? And if you rematch this guy, you're making so much money at that point. You know, you're making so much money. You know what I mean? I need to know this. You know what I'm saying? I need to know who wants to be what. Do you want? Do you guys both want undisputed? Then one of you guys got to give to be that. You know what I mean? And if you're gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna move up to 175," and and it's rumored that Bivol is gonna you want Bivol, you know, and the zone's pushing it, but nobody really knows who's saying what and where the fuck is coming from. And if that fight comes to fruition, I will say that Canelo is the pound for pound best fighter in the world. No doubt about it. What's going on, Tony Reviews?
How you doing, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? Just chilling. Just wondering if this is just cap to try to trick a motherfucker to get a motherfucker to give him undisputed. I'm curious. Or if it because I'm hearing rumors that he gonna fight Ryder. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, wait, no, wait. How the fuck do you go from a Bivol to a John Ryder? You know, I'm like, wait, this is hot horseshit right here. This is what I don't like as a boxer fan. You know what I mean?
Well, wasn't John Ryder supposed to like step in for Liam if he couldn't make it to the fight as well?
That's what I was hearing
So
twice.
yeah, he's like the fallback guy. He's like
Yeah,
the plan C.
yeah, he the plan C. And I'm saying though, but why? This is what I have a problem with the fighters is when they like we seen it with Ryan, right? Ryan said, "Oh, I'm gonna fight Tank. Oh, I'm gonna fight Linares. Oh, I'm gonna fight the number 3 uh contender, I'm gonna fight, Manny Pacquiao. And then all of a sudden he just goes into, I got mental issues right now. And I'm like, what the fuck? And now they're talking about him fighting. What's his name? What'd you say?
Jojo Diaz.
Diaz. Now, this will be another title eliminator. It's like, yo, when you got an option to go for the title. So I'm just saying, like, is it the way that these guys keep names in their mouth? It's like, yo, if you're gonna fight these basic guys or these guys that like a Ryder or Jojo Diaz, you might as well just get in there and scrap for big bucks with these other guys, because these guys are decent fighters that you're fighting, no doubt. But fuck, man, like, keep them other names out your mouth if it's really not gonna happen. Like, why even hype the fucking fans up when we know that it may be cap? You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
here's what I look at. Ryan Garcia does not have the resume of Canelo Alvarez. Okay, so we can say that Ryan was capping hard, and we could also say that more than likely his mental health issues was bullshit. But with Canelo, we can't really say that he's capping because Canelo has fought too many good fighters. I mean, he's got a fucking resume that is stronger than anybody in boxing, period, with the names on his resume. So when a guy has fought that many good fighters, including
Mm,
people, one of the guys who people argue is the best, Floyd
mm.
Mayweather, you know, I highly doubt he would cap. I just don't foresee a guy with that type of record doing that.
What, oh, hold on. What?
Hmm.
Now, if that's the case, right? If he don't fight Bivol, right, and he don't fight Plant, and he fights Ryder, would that be a cap?
Um, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It depends. It
Depends on.
depends on who on this. Look. It depends on if he's fighting him to walk into the Bivol fight right after or into a better be fight right after. You know what I mean? It
Mm.
just it depends on why he's fighting him. Like what is this? Is this just a tune up because you have short notice? Or
or or not to cut you off, but do you think it's just it kind of like a stagnant fight to reset up the Plant fight?
nah.
No.
The plant fight brings zero interest. And the thing about it is I'm telling you right now, if Canelo delays fighting Plant, he's going to lose. Plant is eventually going to lose. Canelo may never lose in 168, but Plant is definitely going to lose. He's not that good. I don't know why so many people are so big about Plant. He's really not that good. He went life or death with what, Truax? And people will argue that he should have lost the fight. Then every single fight he has, it's like once the 10th round happens, he's got no energy left. He's just
Listen,
completely sapped of everything.
listen. I gotta ask you. All right, Tony Review. What do you think
Yes.
about this comment that just came up by Systematic? I was riding with him for a moment, but then he popped up with this. He said he think Plant beats Bivol. The I need to know, what is your opinion before I cook on this?
Um, Bivol, while he hasn't had the explosive knockouts lately, like he did in the beginning of his career, would have a very explosive knockout if Plant got in there with him. Bivol would sleep him probably within the first 7 rounds. I don't think Plant goes seven, past seven, at the most, before Bivol just completely knocks him out. Like puts his life. I'm not even talking about like the referee being able to step in and wave that shit off. I'm talking about like prison style with his ass cheeks in the air. That's how he would get knocked out against Bivol, in my opinion.
I have to agree. I have to agree. What I think what will happen is what Caleb Plant likes to do is he likes to get his shots off. He likes to look pretty. And when he realizes he can't do nothing with Bivol, I think Bivol will commence around the sixth, seventh, eighth round. I totally agree with you. I totally feel you on that. And just start putting work on this man because I feel like the elites put in that work and put in, you know what I mean? Like have that stamina to, to press when they have to. So I mean, when you take a Bivol is he's kind of like you can tell he puts it in the gym. You can tell he could turn it on because he will still around with the quickness. You know what I mean? When a guy gets in there with him, he'll just he'll just like if you're getting off on him, he'll get right back off on you twice. Bow 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 bow. I mean, he has decent pop, not Manny Pacquiao pop, but I do think he got the Manny Pacquiao feet, the in and out type of shit at 175, and he got quick hands. So I think he the closest thing to Manny Pacquiao at 175 that there is, other than Pop. I think he got decent punch, but not a Manny Pacquiao punch. But he do got the style, and I think he got his defense is a little better than Manny's. That's just my take.
I don't know. I don't know because Manny is like a pure pocket fighter because he has to be. Like he's too short to fight anywhere else. And Bivol, on the other hand, he can fight from range. In fact, he can fight very good from range. In fact, he excels at range fighting because the thing that I look at is like this. When you look at the elites of the 175, you have Bivol and Betterbe. And the
Right.
reason why it makes for such a good matchup if they were to fight is because the technical boxer is Bivol all day. Like Betterbe is the motherfucking Abram tank coming at you that's just letting off rockets. Whereas Bibble, yes, he can get in there, fight in the pocket, and brawl with you when he chooses to. But if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. It's just the way that he
He's
does little
elusive.
movements,
Yeah, yeah.
jabs, feints. Like he's super technical. And that's one of the main problems that I see with Caleb. Like Caleb, he's not going to be able to fight and try to do slick shit at range because I think Caleb's just barely. I think Caleb's what 6'1", Bibble 6 foot. So you're talking about negligible difference in height, and it doesn't matter if it's long range, mid range, short range. You know what I mean? I
Since
think Bill beats him in every facet of the ring, and he's not gonna be able to do slick shit against Bibble because if he likes, because I know like I've seen Caleb Plant like do like little cutesy stuff to where he'll throw a jab, and then when a guy tries to counter him with a jab, he'll do like a little lean back and lean down at the waist and look
right,
at him and kind of
right.
step back. Let me tell you something. Bibble's reaction time is so fucking good that if he did some cutesy shit like you said, like that, Bibble would be on top of him, bum rushing him like he was a linebacker coming through the middle trying to sack the running back. Like he would get on top of him so fast that I don't think there's anything Plant can do that's
Uh,
effective.
all right, here's what I'm gonna break down. Systematic, and I enjoy this back and forth with you, systematic, because it shows that you got a passion for the sport and you like Caleb Plant because he's a cutesy poochie pie and he does what he does. Since Caleb Plant is bigger than Bibble, which is not true. He's taller, stronger. That's not true. And he has a better technique. Mm, he has good technique. It's a different technique, but no, I wouldn't say he has better technique. You don't see what anyone sees in Bibble. Then he says Bibble has no power.
So can
Now,
I interject real fast?
before you do, what I want to say is this: how can you say that Caleb Plant beats him and that Bivol has no power? Bivol has one punch knockouts in his career on his resume. Bivol, right, has arguably the best resume at 175 today. Arguably, you can argue it, but it's an argumentative point. This man been in there with the likes of many decent fighters. And there's been a reason why he ain't been in there with Kovalev. Kovalev didn't want that smoke. He been wanting a Canelo fight, you know. He been with the better beer. You may have a point. You may have a point with the better beer fight, but better beer ain't been calling Bivol out either. So neither one of these dudes has really been pushing it. But I think it's because of their promotional teams saying that both of these dudes are Europeans, and they're selling themselves in the American market, so they're trying to build their names. But Better Beef don't have as much time as Bivol does. So what Better Beef needs to do is push the fight and say, "Yo, I'm the man. Come get this smoke, and I'm willing to scrap with you." You know what I mean?
So, here's what I don't understand about this comment about Beeble doesn't have power. I know what Beeble's record is. I know he's got 18 wins and 11 knockouts. I think Plant has 21 wins, but I don't know how many knockouts he has. But I will say this. I guarantee you, do you have your computer in front of you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I am willing to bet right now with this dude that Bibble probably has a higher knockout ratio than Plant. I know for a fact Bibble's got 18 wins, 11 knockouts. I know Caleb Plant has got 21 fights, but I don't know how many knockouts he has, but I know it's not a lot. And I know in my soul that Bibble has a higher knockout ratio. So I just want you to read to
So
him
so 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 Bivol got 18 wins and
right?
11 knockouts, right?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
here's the thing, though. Here's the difference between Bivol and Caleb Plant.
Well, no. We could get to that. I just what I'm saying is this, and I want to get to that before you jump in and go to what
Okay.
I'm saying. But what I'm saying is he's got 18 wins, 11 knockouts. I know that for sure. Plant has 21 wins. I don't know how many knockouts he has. I know it's not a lot. But
Mhm.
here's what I'm saying. If you look up both their records, I bet you Bivol has a higher knockout percentage. That's all I'm saying. Now, this is what this dude's not taking into account.
The
Bivol,
competition.
well, not just the competition, but you got to understand 175 is night and day to 168 because most of the guys at 175 are fucking cruiserweights when they're not fighting. They're just shrunk down cruiserweights. Almost all of them are high 190s to 200 pounds outside of competition. So he is knocking out much
He
bigger,
does.
stronger men
He does
than
have
what
a
Plant
better.
got in front of
He
him.
does have a better percentage
He
because
does.
Caleb Plant has 21 wins with 12
Uh-huh.
knockouts.
One more knockout with three
Right.
more fights.
With 3 more fights. So
Yeah.
yes, Dimitri Bivol has a better KO percentage against way better competition. Like
Way better.
it's not even arguable. Like you can't even argue that shit. From from Agnew to Broadhurst to Sullivan Barrera in 2018 when he had only lost one fight, which was to Andre Ward, right? To Isaac Chilemba, to Gene Pascal, to Joe Smith, to Castillo, and to the British champion and Craig Richards, who just knocked out, who was also undefeated in his last fight. And I think Craig Richards is going to be a problem for a lot of fighters in the future. I do. I really do. I think the dude handles distance very well. I think he has a very good jab. I think, he just, I think they both posed a lot of dangers to one another in that fight, but they both took risks in that fight. And Craig Richards came on the, the losing side of it for good reason. And also, Bivol was coming off of quite of a layoff prior to
Yeah.
fighting him. So What I'm trying to say is, I think Craig Richards is a good fighter. I think Bivol is the real deal, even
No, he
at
is the real.
175. Even at 175, even though I think this guy could make 168 and destroy almost everybody at 168. Easy. Because I think
I,
he does have weight to drain. Like, I think he's staying at 175 because that's where the money is, and he's got really big legs. You know what I mean? Kind of like Pacquiao.
I don't like seeing guys going down. I'm gonna be honest. I don't
Right.
like
I
seeing
hear you.
go. I don't mind guys coming up in weight, but I
Hmm.
hate seeing guys go down in weight because it hurts you physically to go lower than where you're supposed to be. Whereas when you go up, yes, you may not carry the same type of power, or maybe you gain power. You could always gain, but it doesn't really affect you negatively
Right.
physically. But when you go down, especially if you're already cutting a massive amount of weight
Hmm.
to make weight where you currently fight, like what always comes to my mind is Chad Dawson versus Andre
Yes.
Ward.
I was just thinking about that. Chad Dawson. Then when he moved back up, Stevenson knocked him out in like what?
He
60
was never the
seconds?
same. He was never the same fighter once he cut that weight and
Mhm.
came back up. He
And
was never.
even Floyd Mayweather said that he was the pound for pound champ.
Yeah,
So,
and that's a shame because Dawson was so good at 175 before he dropped that weight, and he never recovered.
but you
Never.
know who
And
tricked me? You know who tricked me at 175?
who's that?
Who I really bought into was was the guy. Damn, let me think of damn. How could I forget it? I had it on the tip of my tongue and was just about to say it. Was damn. He was the Don King fighter. Oh man. Damn. And he ended up losing to Stevenson.
Oh no,
Oh,
you're not talking about
Travores Cloud.
who?
Travores Cloud.
Oh,
You know who he reminded me of?
who's that?
The way he fought, same style, everything. Was the dude at 154 who got slept by, undefeated dude who got slept by Charlo with the uppercut. You know what I'm talking about? And now he's coming back. He got knocked out, but he's been winning ever since. Black brings him up all the
You talking
time.
about Lubin? Are you talking about
Lubin,
Lubin?
yeah, Lubin and Cloud to me are like damn near the same fighter, style wise.
I'm trying to think about Cloud. I cannot like. I'm sure if I Google him and I
Mm-hmm.
look up like his fights will come back to my mind, but off the top of my head, I cannot picture him for the
Trevor
life of me.
Klaus. Yeah, Trevor Cloud. Yeah. But I really felt like that dude was the next big thing at light heavy, and I was completely wrong about it, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? That shit happens every once in a while. But yeah, that dude, I liked him when he was doing his thing. Yeah, you said he's not ringing no bells, right?
You
You're
know
like,
what?
I remember him.
No. I looked him up. I looked up his face. Like I just typed in his name on Google. I remember this dude because Better Beef knocked him out as well.
Yeah.
Like if I look at his record, I'd have to look at his record. But I remember Better Be fighting him. Like I had to see his face. But outside of the Better Be fight, I didn't see him fight Adonis Stevenson. Like I like Stevenson.
Mhm.
I always thought, even though Stevenson only fought with one fucking hand, like all his punches came from one arm.
Yeah,
I
that
always,
left.
be- I always believed that if Stevenson would have fought Kovalev, he would have knocked out Kovalev. I always thought he was the best at 175 when they both were the reigning champions, but they never fought.
Yo, Better Be have knocked him out when he was 5-0. Adonis Stevens beat him, and then he also lost to Ryan. Damn, that's bad. He lost to Ryan, or no, he knocked out Ryan Soft in his last fight in 2020, who was
So it's
4
still
and 11.
Ryan Soft.
Yeah, but he ain't fought. but he hadn't fought in 6 years. But yo, I gotta say though, when I did watch him prior, fighting like yours, Mac and Glenn Johnson, he beat Glenn Johnson. You know what I mean? He beat some guys, and I was like, yo, this dude. He also beat Campillo. Uh, he fought Bernard Hopkins and lost a unanimous decision. Then he lost to Stevenson and Beterbiev. But I gotta say though, I enjoyed watching the guy fight because to me, he reminded me of both him and the style of these two guys is like to me is like it's the exact same. It's the exact same. Like they come to fight and they throw hard punches, they throw decent sharp combinations, but certain styles ain't right for them. But what I mean though is when we get I kind of get off subject when I start talking about fights, but I think Bivol is the real deal, and I think if Canelo fights a Bivol, I think that and he beats a Bivol, I feel like that's a hell of an accomplishment because this guy can move in there. This guy will make you reach. He will, Canelo will be trying to set him up for shots. He'll come in and then he'll be gone. And I feel like, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna have to work for that fight. He's gonna have to work to fight a Bivol.
See, and I differ in opinion. Like,
Really?
my honest opinion is this. This is what I believe. Okay, I believe that Canelo believes like you. No, no, no. Let me say the opposite. Canelo believes the opposite of me. Okay, whereas I think Bivol would be much easier for him to fight because Bibble, as the other guy said, doesn't have the hardest punches, but he does have hard shots. He's just he's not a Deontay Wilder. He's not a Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? But he still
Mhm.
hits hard. But Canelo is going to be more worried about his movement, like you said. So I don't think Canelo would fight him. What I do believe is the guy that I think knocks out Canelo better be Canelo probably thinks that, look, Kovalev couldn't knock me out. My chin couldn't get knocked out by Triple G. There's no way this guy can knock me out, and he's going to come right towards me. So he's going to fight the fight that I want him to
Mhm.
fight so I can counterpunch like I counterpunch. And I
Right.
think that that's why he's going to go for better be because in his mind, he thinks it's the easier fight.
Right.
That's what I believe.
Yeah.
But I think that Bivol would actually be the easier fight for him because how I see Canelo versus Better Beef is like this. It's like two fucking rams ramming each other on the side of a mountain. The bigger ram normally wins, and Better Beef is the much bigger ram in this case. They're both
Right.
gonna come head at each other. And I don't think Canelo's gonna be able to take these shots like he's taking shots from other fighters. And
Mhm.
he's gonna be there to get hit. And he's not the best at moving backwards. We saw that against
Right.
Triple G. Like
Right.
he's really not that good on the back foot when pushed backwards.
But the difference between Better Biev and Triple G is Triple G's jab is what set up some shots. And the other thing is when you fight a guy like Canelo, when you try to set up the shots, the big shots to the head, when he was setting him up with for the right hand or for to try the left hook, he wasn't there for those, and he wouldn't go to the body because when you go to the body on Canelo, he wants you to do that to set up the big uppercuts, the big left hooks, the big right hands, the counter punches. He just springs into action when you get off that. When you commit to the body, and then he commits to the body. And what Canelo does is, and what I've noticed, what Canelo does is, he does work the body, and then he fakes to the body and brings that left hook back up to the head. When you start getting worried about that left hook to the body and that liver shot, what happens is he brings it up to the head, and then he sets up the right hand when you try to step back. So I think it would, to me, from my perspective, I think Beterbiev, even though he's a more dangerous, I think Canelo's style fits him better. Like what you said, that Canelo might think fits it better to Beterbiev than it does for Bivol, because what's going to happen when he fights Bivol is he's going to be in there and he's going to try to walk him down, and Bivol's going to, and you, like you said earlier, Bivol likes to fight from the outside, pop in, get his shots off, but he hits a little harder than what fucking Canelo is accustomed to. I think Bivol hits harder or just as hard as Triple G. And when he gets them shots off, it's going to be a little different. He's got this really slippery left hook. I used to think it was a lazy left hook, but you know what? He slips it in. And he does the 1-2, the 1-2-3, and the basic shots. But occasionally he leads with the right, or he just throws the check hook. And I think these things are the same things that gave him problems with Mayweather. But this is a 175-pound man. And like you said, when two rams come together, the bigger ram and the skills that fit your style. Like, I don't think that Bivol's that much better than Canelo. I just feel that the style matchup fits Bivol. That's just my take on
And like I said, I think Canelo agrees with you 1,000% that Bivol would be the harder fighter. I think that
But
he
you think
thinks
he goes? But what you think is he going to step into a mud puddle with a better beer fight. He
he
going to
gonna
think
he,
he
he
going to
gonna
think he going to
show,
slide away with some shit,
no
but
no no
he going to eat some nasty shit.
it's gonna be like you see on YouTube. He gonna think it's a mud puddle, and whenever he steps in it, he's just gonna disappear, and he's not gonna come back up above the water. That's what I think is gonna happen because Buddy right there, who was just asking, is I can't never say his name right. Is he coming out of retirement? Right? You gotta understand. Better Beef ate all his shots, and that dude was a real knockout artist too. And you know, Better Beef put him into retirement. Like he destroyed him, and that's the thing about it. Like I said, on paper, on paper, logic tells you that everything you're saying is correct. That Bibble is the harder fight because styles make fights. However, what I'm saying is because Canelo has the same mind that you have. When he comes at Better Beef, like I know he is, and when Better Beef comes at Canelo, like I know he's going to as well, Canelo is going to find out very quickly he's not strong enough, he's not powerful enough to take what the fuck he thought he could take. That chin is not going to hold up, and Better Beef, in my opinion, is going to be 17-0 with 17 knockouts, still perfect on his record with his
You know
knockouts to
what's
win.
crazy? You know what's crazy though? You take both of these Eastern European guys, right? 17-0 and like what, 19-0
No, no,
fighting.
no. Better Beef is 16-0 at the moment with 16
Right, but
knockouts.
you're saying he's going to be 17-0. Well,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
if
trying
he
to say.
fights Canelo.
Right, but what I'm trying to say is Bivol and Beterbiev and Lomachenko, right, have
Hmm.
achieved so much in a few amount of fights.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is they going for the gusto, and Beterbiev got to jump on it ASAP because he ain't getting no younger. He
Yeah, but
got
see,
good punch. He's sharp. He's sharp too on the inside. Like his punches are crisp on the inside. The way he lands them, but he does have vulnerabilities, just like Bivol does, and just like Canelo does. And what I'm trying to say is the one thing that Canelo doesn't like to do is work for his, you know,
No, I
to
agree. Yeah,
he
he
wants
does.
you to spend and then catch you while you trying to get off and please the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
No, no,
When
no. I agree with you. See, like when Better Beef and Beeble finally meet up, if they finally meet up, I
Mhm.
truly do not know who could win that fight because it's again, it's going to be the tank with all the power versus the the helicopter. Normally,
Uh-huh.
the helicopter wins, but if that tank can get one of them fucking rounds off, that helicopter,
That's all it
will blow.
takes. Right?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with
So
you.
that to me is going to be, in my opinion, Bivol versus for Better Beef. Bivol would be much harder than Canelo, in my opinion. But here's the thing about it. I just the thing about Better Beef is a lot of people like to talk about his age, right? I think he's like 35, 36 years old.
Right.
Um, but I don't really believe with Better Beef age matters because the thing about Better Beef is he's never been a mobility style fighter. He's never been an agility fighter. He's never been a real speed fighter. He's more or less timing and walking you down
Mhm.
and relying on strength and power. Now, the last thing you lose is strength and power. So I don't really think, unless his body deteriorates to where he can't take punishment, that's the only way I see aging affecting him. He's one of them guys because of what his attributes are. I don't think age affects him as badly as it was, say, a Bibble who relies on reactionary, like you make a mistake, bop, 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 I got you, I'm
Yeah.
out. Real
Right.
quick. And I think Bibble,
Ambush. An ambush
yeah,
fighter.
yeah, I
Right.
think aging would hurt Bibble a lot more. And I think Bibble's young. He's only like 30, right?
Right. But
Yeah,
but I
but
get it. Age will
yeah,
hurt him more because he's relying on his legs, and that's the
right.
first things to go.
Yes.
Yes, I
So
totally agree with you on that. But here's the thing: when you take a guy like Shizbiz said, Vosdick, Vosdick got good footwork, good, very decent footwork, very good combinations. But look what Better BF did to him. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it was a bad fight because it wasn't a bad fight. But with an ambush fighter, you he's going to move on you when you don't want to move, when you taking a break, and then he going to get off, and then he going to be gone, and then you got chasing. I think for both Canelo and Beterbiev, I don't think that Bivol, as much as he says it, has enough, or his team, or his promotion, have enough confidence in him that they should, because I think that's the weakness of these guys. And even though he may be a little smaller than Beterbiev, even though he ain't carrying the pop as a lot of guys do, like a Kovalev, I think I think I think Kovalev would have gave Bivol more problems than Canelo will. I don't know if that makes any sense, but he is a distance
that's
fighter
what I'm
and he's
saying.
got a very good jab. And I think that even even Craig Richards gave him an issue for a moment. You know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
that
well
style
that's
matchup.
what that's what I'm saying. Like the reason why I don't think Bivol can beat Canelo and the reason why I believe that Better Beef would win is this. Let me say Better Beef first because it'll be easier. The reason why I think Better Beef's gonna win is because he's gonna knock him the fuck out. It's not gonna go to the scorecards. He's going to be sleeping. He is going to get battered.
Oh no,
Like he's
man.
going to get hurt. And Canelo, we've seen it multiple times when he's fought, whether it be Austin Trout, Floyd Mayweather, Lara, and most recently Billy Joe Saunders. We see that he's not the most mobile fighter and he's not very quick on his feet. So when he gets hurt, when he gets in trouble somewhere he's never been, he's not going to be able to escape from Better Beef and he's going to be able to finish him. Now, when it comes to Bivol, Canelo has a very good chin. I think me and you will see the fight and say Canelo lost that fight. But I don't think Bibble will knock him out. And if it goes to the scorecards and it's within, say, I'd even go as outrageous as saying that if it's as close as 3 rounds that Bibble's ahead, he's still going to lose. He will lose on the scorecards, even if we believe Bibble's up 3 rounds. The only way he's going to beat Canelo is if he can outbox him for like 10 out of the 12 rounds, or he's going to lose on the scorecards. And I don't think he can stop Canelo. As good as he is, I believe he could out. If it was fair, if boxing was fair, I would pick Bibble to more than likely win almost every day of the week. But being that when Canelo was outclassed by Floyd Mayweather, he still won on Adelaide Bird's card. I don't know how Bibble can beat him.
I get where you're going with that, but I have to disagree on the Arthur Beterbiev fight, and this is why I have to disagree. When he got rocked by the guy that he got rocked by, and in his last fight, and I know he had took some time off. It was like fucking damn close to two. Well, we'll just say 1.5 years, right? But Adam, Dini's or whatever his name was putting the bees to that dude. He was touching him, and I don't think he carries the power that uh Bibble has. Also, when he has been rocked, he's been rocked by accurate shots by less accurate and less punching power than what Bibble has uh, when he has been rocked and put on his ass. I think Bibble will can possibly stop Beterbiev. That's
But
just my take.
that's not what I'm speaking on. Like I said,
Right.
I think
No, no, you're
Bibble.
making a point. You're making a point.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
About Bibble and Better Beef, like I said, it to me it's a fucking toss up in the air who's gonna win that fight. I don't really know, but when it comes to Canelo versus Bibble, it's irrelevant if Bibble could beat Better Beef because Bibble's got to beat Canelo because that's who he's fighting, and that's all I'm speaking on. It's
Right.
just
But
I
the one issue that I have with Canelo fighting Bivol is this is he's got to move. He's got to move when Bivol is throwing at him. He's gonna realize that very soon. When Bivol lets a 3 punch combination on him and he misses the first 3 punch combination, he's like, and he does, the I'm gonna move at the waist and make you look stupid. And then when the second combination comes and 2, 3, or 1 land clean, he's gonna realize at that moment that he's got to move. And then what's going to happen is he's gonna be like, yo, this dude got some pop. Then he's gonna be like, yo, he's gonna sit back in the corner and then he ain't gonna show many effects of it, but his corner's gonna say, yo, you gotta press this guy. And then when he presses him, he's gonna have to use his what? His legs. And then I think it's gonna go all the way south. And I'm not saying that Canelo can't fight on the inside or counter a motherfucker or land a clean shot, even on Bivol. But what I am saying is now the fight's going to go in a different direction. Now he's going to be like, oh shit, I got to press this guy. So he's going to be expending more energy than he's expended on any other fighter other than a Floyd Mayweather, but with 175-pound punches coming back at him. It's going to be a little different. So if he pulls that off, me, myself, I will put Canelo Alvarez as the number 1 pound for pound fighter once again. That's just my take on
it. And again, I've got to come back full circle too. I
it. Shoot,
believe
Tony, I
no,
enjoy this. I enjoy this. Like, this is great. I
I,
love
No,
talking
I
to
know,
an avid boxing
it's
fan.
like it's like the
Shoot.
thing about it is I'm not disagreeing with your analysis of the fight. The problem that I have is you've got to get the judges to give Bivol the actual rounds that he wins and not give them to Canelo, which they're going to do. Like Canelo doesn't lose rounds that he loses. Like he does it. Like I said, whenever he fought Floyd Mayweather Jr., he won on Adelaide Bird's scorecard. Like he won on one of the scorecards, and he got outboxed for all 12 rounds, every single round. He didn't even come close to even landing clean shots on Floyd, and still won on one of the scorecards. And my issue is, in my opinion, the only way a fighter can beat Canelo is to knock him out. And
But I know that, and you know that as avid boxing fans. You know what I mean? We know what that is. We know that that is.
You'll get the shit.
Instances of bullshit like this are on the rise.
Shit, that's like killing some shit twice, man.
Horse shit.
You know that. I know that. But the boxing fans don't know that. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
And that's my only thing. That's my only thing is like I said, me and you, we may watch the fight and we could both come to the same conclusion that, yo, Canelo just lost. But when it goes to the scorecards, like I believe it will, I don't think he's going to lose the Bivol because I do believe Bivol will edge him, but I don't think Bivol is going to just completely wash Canelo. I think Canelo can keep it close enough to where they're just going to ride.
Right. They're
That's
gonna
all.
run because you know what's gonna happen. And what's gonna
You
happen.
smell it? That smell. The kind of smell.
Instances of bullshit like this are on the rise. Horse shit.
Shit, that's like killing some shit twice, man.
I gotta use
agree.
them.
I agree. I agree with that. That's why I'm saying that I believe that Better Beef out of the two is the only one that's actually going to beat him because I believe if Beevil beats him, it's going to the scorecards and then he's going to get robbed. If Better Be beats him, it's not no matter what, it's not going to the scorecards. Better Be versus Canelo will not make it 12 rounds. One of them is getting knocked the fuck out.
You know what? I gotta say this too. Hap just came in the room, and I think this is gonna be the first time you and Hap actually agree on some shit. Because yo, this isn't even arguable. Like, what are we arguing right now? Like, we know
We're
how
agreeing.
this. Yes, we completely agree. Like, I feel like that is a super possibility, unless Canelo lands some super nasty shit. You know what I mean? Or proves us wrong. And if he proves us wrong, then I gotta admit that this motherfucker the man. You know what I'm saying? And when you take it's saying Vostik's coming out of retirement, who I think is a very underrated fighter. He was undefeated. Wasn't he undefeated when he got in there with Beterbiev?
Yeah, he's only got one loss and he retired.
I think his subconscious, and I'm just being 100. I think his subconscious whipped his ass. And I'm not saying Beterbiev didn't help it. You know what I'm saying? But I think as soon as Beterbiev touched him, the skills went out the window.
But another thing though is another thing that I look at is this, and everybody likes to say Canelo was always the smaller fighter because he's shorter, and that ain't got shit to do with who's the bigger fighter.
Right.
The thing about it is everybody that Canelo has fought, he's been bigger than. And what I mean by bigger than is he walks around day to day bigger than them. Oscar already has said that this motherfucker walks around about 190 pounds. Right. So and he's very muscular from all the steaks that he eats. So the thing about it is if he gets in there with Better Beef, this is going to truly be the first guy who is bigger than him, and not just bigger than him, but bigger than him because of muscles. Because Better Beef looks like a Russian swole Abraham Lincoln. That's what the fuck he looks like. He looks like the Russian Abraham Lincoln with muscles. and he's like a fucking gargoyle statue out there. And Canelo's never been up against somebody built like him, but bigger.
Listen, I've always said, listen, Tony, uh, I've always said this shit. Canelo, even at 154, was a 160, was a super middleweight fighting at 154. And the only reason he was making 154 was because, maybe he had some help. This dude, even though he's short, I know people like to talk about how tall people are and whatever, all that shit. Look at this dude's neck. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it goes way back. Like if he can make the weight, congratulations to him. Because if you can make the weight, hey, you made the weight, and if someone signs the contract, it signs the contract. But I don't think people actually know. Now, I myself, right, have been watching this dude fight, and I'm not a Canelo hater, but what I am is I realize, and I've seen people compete at weight classes, whether in boxing, wrestling, whatever. And I said, yo, you shouldn't do that. And they like, why? And I seen the dude get his ass whooped. He was a 160 pounder, and we was talking. He was a wrestler. I was a boxer at the time, right? And he was like, yo, yeah, I dropped 30 pounds and I'll be beating the shit out of these 130 pounders. And I was like, yo, you shouldn't do that. And he was like, why? I was like, because what's going to happen is you going to go in there one time and you ain't going to have no energy and you're going to get your ass whooped. I work with the dude. Me and the dude work together. And he was like, well, you don't know nothing about sports. You a boxer. And I was like, I tell you what, you try to bum rush me, you might catch a uppie. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Yo, watch when I come back with this trophy or whatever. He came back and the motherfucker got his ass whooped. He tried to drop 25 pounds, bro. And the 130 pounder beat the shit out of him. Like just threw that motherfucker around like he wasn't shit because he ain't had no energy. He ain't have nothing. So the only way you have energy is if, come on, man. We ain't stupid. Athletes ain't stupid. And I was a avid athlete at one point in my life. So I know you can't just come up with some bullshit and just, I don't know. Look, I got a Canelo Alvarez video that I did 3 years ago, bro. 3 years ago. And I called him a 168-pound fighter at 155. Because he made his own fucking weight class. I'm just being honest. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Tony?
What about Canelo fighting at his own weight class, like being able to
Right,
be
right.
like
Do you think that he could have made 168 at any given time?
how much?
And when he was fighting at 155, do you think he could have been a competitor at 168?
I don't. It's hard with
3 years
Canelo.
ago.
No, no, no. I know. Yeah, I know. But I, I don't know only because Canelo started fighting at 16 years old. You know what I mean? I don't know. I would really have to look at all his fights to see when he actually
But
started really,
okay, I
really.
got what you're saying. But as a, you like the body build,
I will
you,
say this. I will say this. I'll
you
answer your question like this. I'll answer your question like this. Towards Canelo's latter part of his run at 154, yes, I think he could have already have been a super middleweight
right.
whenever he was on the
That's what
latter
I was
part of
saying.
154, without a
That's
doubt.
right, right. He could have made super middleweight with no problem. and that's all I'm trying to say is like, I'm not stupid, bro. Like, hold on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Y'all see this? All my videos up right now. Can y'all see that? Can you see this? I'm asking if you can
No,
see this.
no, no. I can't see anything.
Okay,
I
okay.
just see us.
Here. I got this. They not showing this. That's awful.
Yeah, I just see me and you, our pictures. Like I
Oh,
don't see on the screen.
that's ridiculous. Yo, this is 3 years ago. I'm gonna drop some shit right for y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. See, for all y'all that say, like, cause I'm not a Canelo hitter, but I knew what it was 3 years ago. All right. I'm gonna attempt to share this shit. I want y'all to pay attention to this shit. All right. Let's see. We'll share screen. Right. Boom.
We don't see it. Still,
Right. But why won't it give me the option?
I
That's
have.
what's bothering me. When I
I don't.
pull it up, it's not even giving me the option to share it. It's like when I said Canelo, they said no.
Hey, man,
Yo, I'm dead ass. Yo, I put share on there, right? Tried to share my own video. Look, I'm gonna share a look screen, share screen, window, boom, tab. It will not let me share it. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I got it. Y'all ready? Can you see it?
I see you. I see me.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right. It's saying I can share it now. Boom. You see
Okay,
that?
there you go.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Now check this shit out. Yo, check this shit out. This is 3 years ago. Yeah. You ready? Here we go. Can you hear it?
No, but
Really?
no, I can't hear the sound. But I fucking just see the clip to fucking I
Okay,
forget.
hold on. Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. All right. I gotta take one part out because I got hit for a copyright infringement when I attempted to play the beginning of the video. So I'll edit the string, right? And it should say, why ain't giving me the option to share the audio? Let's see. Um, it's got that, but it won't let me share the audio. Damn, ain't that some shit? I'll pull it out. I'll attempt to do it one more time. And that way, I can share the audio and everything. Say one more time, y'all. I know it's getting a little redundant, but let's see what we could do. Let's see. Sorry, guys. It's gonna take a minute, but this is some hot bullshit where I can't even share my own videos. It's like, yo, but I just want y'all to know that it's hot horse shit. And this is how I felt from the very beginning. You know, I I felt like Canelo was I'm curious if it'll let me show his highlights.
I don't know. You might get flagged.
What, for his highlights? You
I
think
don't
so?
know, man. I
All
have
right, well,
no
let's find
idea.
out. Let's
I
find
know I
out.
got flagged a long time ago for showing Manny Pacquiao highlights.
Boom. All right. You ready? I'm gonna add it. Boom. Y'all see it?
Yeah, it's there.
See Canelo? Can you
Yep.
hear it?
The man, the myth, the
Yep.
closet, Canelo Alvarez. Cinebuterol. Everyone's talking about this man being on steroids. Do you know why there were traces of clenbuterol in his system? No, you don't. But I do. I know the facts why. Do you know why it was in the system? He had it in his system for his people, for his own. Because he don't fuck around. That's right. He did it for his people. He was a guinea pig, and he used his star power to expose the tainted meat in Mexico for his people. Knock this man and you knock Golden Boy for supporting him. You make me sick.
I was being facetious the whole time.
Do you know what this man did for boxing? Do you know the changes and the evolution of boxing that this man made is unprecedented? Think about it. This man made his own weight class. His own weight class. He made the I can't make junior welterweight, even with clenbuterol, and if I lose 1 more pound, I'm gonna die weight class. How many super middleweights do you know that make junior middleweight? Special. How special is this guy? Do you need more proof? Go to day one. Day one.
They're gonna
A
kill me
beautiful
for this.
Mexican couple get together, enjoy themselves, and boom, a motherfucking miracle. That's right. And you guys are knocking.
And it was born.
Golden Boy. Well, we all know about the scorecard. We all know about Adelaide Bird. But did you ever ask Golden Boy about Adelaide Bird? About the unfortunate prescription glasses malfunction that she had during that fight? Not to mention she's dyslexic. This is common Golden Boy knowledge. If you don't believe me, fact check with every Golden Boy press release.
Oh my god.
And you guys are gonna knock Golden Boy for letting this physically challenged woman work?
What the fuck?
Sick. So I don't want to hear anything more about Canelo Alvarez, because we know what he is. So you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. This is 1-2 Kid, and I'm checking out. Subscribe.
But,
Yo, dude, I ain't give a fuck at that point in time. I was having so much fun.
Google Fi, a
Fucking
phone plan by
chopping
Google.
that shit up.
Our privacy and security
Real
features
talk,
help keep
man.
your information safe.
Real talk.
Our
Alright,
built
Oh, we're gonna stop that shit. But yo, yeah, I had mad fun. But I do got a highlight video for him too. And what's so funny about it is when I did the Bibble video, right?
mm-hmm.
When I did the Bibble, that was 3 years ago, bro. That was 3 years ago. And I was like, so when people saying, yo, you sweating, Canelo, whatever, to me, all bullshit aside, like everything, yo, man, I like just the fair and unbiased opinion when these guys get in the ring with one another. That's it. You know what I mean? If they get in there, I think Canelo's a good fighter. You know, dudes was knocking the Bivol. I got a lot of hate for the Bivol highlight video. And then I was like, yo, check out my Canelo video. Cause my Canelo video is fire, bro. Did you see that shit? Did you see it, Tony?
Yeah, I just watched it with you.
No, my Canelo highlight video.
No. I haven't seen the highlight video.
Yo,
I just saw the
yeah,
one that
you,
played.
you got it. I don't know. Let me see if I could possibly put it up, depending on if it got a strike for the music that I use. But if I can, I will. Let me check it real quick. Let me see if it's got a strike on it. Cause I got some videos up. I ain't got a lot of videos, but I got a lot of videos. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And you gotta check that shit. You gotta be like, oh, hold on, let me make sure this shit's on there. But yo, the shit is dope. And I was like, yo, if you don't like the Bivol video, and he was like, Canelo, Bivol ain't beat nobody. And I'm like, yeah, you a Canelo fan, so why don't you just check out my Canelo video then? You know what I'm saying? Just check
Yeah.
that shit out because it got way more views on my other channel. I got 2 channels.
But like, yo, let me be honest with you. I'm gonna
Shoot.
tell you something. It is very easy to be successful on YouTube in the boxing community because you only have to make videos about 1 or 2 people, either all Canelo videos or all Manny videos, and I guarantee you, in less than a year, you'd have close to 50,000 subs if you just make videos praising those 2 fighters. Either
That's a
one,
fact.
you'll
That's a
blow up.
fact. Yo, but Tony, that's a fact. But check this shit out. With all the shit that I put out, right? All the content I put out, and I put out more content in one video than people have put out in their entire YouTube fucking career.
Right.
In one video, bro. But you know what? You know what? You know what video got more views than any other video that I have?
What's that?
Dimitri Bivol highlights. 33,000 or something like that. And I'm like, ain't that some shit? You know what I'm saying? I said, ain't that some shit? So what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of other people out there in the world because YouTube ain't just the United States. There's a lot of other people that are paying attention to these fighters and they looking for content from them.
True.
So you want to address that, like, because I've put more work into other videos, like the war video that I got. I put more content into that. You know, the what the fuck is it? Like as a content creator between us, I put more work. One of the hardest ones that I've ever done. That like I put mad fucking work into it was the hold on, let me pull it up. Let me see if I could get it. To make it happen, Crawford and Spence Jr. in the exposing the boxing game. I put a lot of work into that. The Canelo Alvarez one, I put a lot of work into. And damn, where is it? The boxing matadors is the hardest video I've ever done. Is the boxing defensive master highlights. That I put so much work into that with the music, with just putting everything together. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to make it perfect. But I can't post that because that'll get a strike. But
And that's
a lot of
the
videos.
the rules of YouTube have changed so much so quickly in such a short span of time that a lot of stuff. See, like I don't even do like videos. I don't, edit videos. I've done a little bit, but I really
Right.
don't even get into it because for me, it's not fun because I know 90% of the stuff I would want to do if I was going to put an effort into it and actually make it how I want to make it is going to get flagged. It's not even going to
Right.
fly. Like, I want to put certain sounds, certain song or beats to songs and certain things, how I want to do it to my voice
Right.
behind,
Exactly.
just to put the puzzle together. I already know ahead of time that if I do it, I can't even put it up. So that
Right.
is why normally whenever I make videos, I just put one picture up and I just talk. I don't do nothing fancy because
Right.
it's like I don't want to do a video that I put effort on if I don't go all out. Like I don't put a lot of time in
Right.
it. I'll put all my time into it. And if I'm gonna put all my time into it and I can't do nothing with it, what is the point?
What is the point? Right. And it sucks because when I put the content together, I like put so much into it, and then it's like, damn, that's all I got. You know what I mean? It's like I, I'm disappointed. Like you, not with the views, because sometimes your video don't catch that algorithm. That's one thing. That's the one thing, you know. But the second thing is when they say, "Yo, nah, you can't use this," I'm like, but I'm doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? I'm like pushing. I'm free promotion, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I am free promotion. Oh, you know what? The Canelo video didn't get any copyright
You
infringement.
found it?
Yes, I did. And you know what? It's dope as fuck. Is to me, I've seen all the highlight videos, right? Between you and I, my shit is shorter and doper than anything you can find on YouTube. Shorter and doper than anything you can find on YouTube. I mean, yo, I did the music perfect. So here's what I'll do. I could pull it up right now, y'all. So for all you motherfuckers out there that think that I'm a Canelo hater, he says I'm back, regular militant. Yo, thanks for coming through, bro. You need the link. I would love to have you on the panel, man. Yo, because this is another content creator, and like you said, Tony, there's certain things that you can't do, but guys like me and Red, we push that shit regardless, and we just like, if it flies, it flies. If it don't, it don't. You know what I'm saying? And I even had to change like my last war video. That shit was it kind of sucked, man. But yo, I think Tony, what you should do is you should do that too, because you got a lot of followers and more than I do. And I think you should push like a little bit of editing. I think that'll push your channel like a little further than it should be. So people pay attention to what the fuck you talking about, because you be
Here's
talking about some good shit, bro.
here's a big issue that I have with YouTube right now, right? Um, I don't know what I did, who I pissed off, what executive wife I slept with, whose dog I kicked. But I did something to somebody at YouTube because my channel has been severely stifled and fucked with. Like for instance, I put up a video. Hold on one second. I'll tell you which one. Because what you see and what I see is completely different. If I go to the title of the video is Manny Pacquiao is not passing the torch. Earl Spence Jr. has to take it, right?
Right.
Now, when you look on YouTube, it says I only have 68 views, okay?
Mm-hmm.
However, if I click on my YouTube studio, go to my content, scroll down, where is it? Was it a live or was it a, no? Where is it? I'm not seeing. Right here, boom. So when I click on this video and I see my analytics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my analytics show me that 420 people viewed it, but yet YouTube's only showing 68. Now, when I go to, let's do a different one. Let's go to one that is ridiculous. So when I did Teofimo Lopez is becoming Vasily Lomachenko, and it's got the edited one, right?
Right.
YouTube says I have 325 views. However, when I go here, click content. Hold on one second. I'm looking for it. Where's the picture? Click here. Boom. When I go to YouTube, analytics, look at this. It says 5,633 views. But
Wow.
yet is only showing 325 when any random person sees it. And the problem with YouTube is it's very monkey see, monkey do. I've noticed that. Like people that have a lot of subs or a lot of views, they just click on things because they see a lot of views. So I don't understand what's going on and why my channel is not reflecting my real-time views. Like it just doesn't make sense to me why it's showing that, like, you know, maybe I get 50 to 100 people on average to watch a video, when in actuality, my averages on most videos is somewhere in between 300 to 500 views. I just don't get it.
Right. It's horseshit. That's what it is. And we got Red Glove Militant in the building. And I gotta say, Red Glove Militant may even know a little more about this shit than I do. He's a content creator. He loves to edit like myself. Yo, what's going on, Red? Yo, Red, what is going on? Why are they giving Tony Review shit? Do you have any like intellect on this situation?
Here's the thing. When it comes to YouTube, it's always changing. Like always. It like what's cool yesterday may not be cool today, and what's cool today may not be cool tomorrow. It's ever changing. You know, like at one point, YouTube was only promoting the family friendly channels, and then the whole thing happened with what's that shit called? That I forget the name of it. It's that it's where, you know, you're not allowed to advertise to children. Like the government has these laws in place. Like if your child is watching Pokemon, the cartoon, you're not allowed to advertise Pokemon video games, toys, cards, any of that stuff during the airing of the show. They have to wait till the show's over, and whatever comes on next, like if it's Doug or whatever the fuck, then they're allowed to. That's when they can do those advertisements. I forget the name of the law, but that's basically what the law is. When the government started stepping in, all of a sudden, all these family friendly channels, they were seen as making content for kids, and now all of a sudden they're not getting monetized, you know, and they're not getting promoted. So as far as like what did, you know, who did Tony fuck, whose dog did he kick, all that stuff, who knows? That's,
well, you
I
know,
mean,
that could be my problem, because I'm gonna kick like 20 dogs, slap like 20 kids, you know what I'm saying? Or people, you know, it's fucked up because, you know, they weren't good kids and they weren't good dogs. The dogs was biting kids, and the kids
yeah,
was fucking with kids that they shouldn't have been fucking with. So I
yeah, I
mean, I
kicked
look at
one.
it right, but you know what I'm saying is like, yo, that's the difference between guys like us and the other motherfuckers. And they're like, okay, well, we ain't gonna fuck with these people. Like, we ain't gonna
Yeah,
say this about these people because that's gonna get them. We don't want to be on their bad side. Like, this gonna get them to love me. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
like, I'm not trying to get you to love me. I'm trying to get you to listen. I'm trying to get you to respect me. I'm trying to get you. And if you don't respect me, I'm gonna earn your respect regardless. Like
yeah.
I could have I bodied 2 big YouTubers on YouTube, but I didn't
Hmm.
keep the videos up because I didn't want to be the guy that said, yo, I stepped on this dude to get ahead. Because I respect
Yeah,
the fact that they put in the work to get where they was, and I wasn't trying to live on their name. I was trying to live on mine. You
yeah,
know what I mean? even though a lot of people hated him, and it would have been like, yo, it would have been easy breezy just to ride that wave. Everyone was saying, keep the videos up, keep the videos up. And I was like, nah, I just want to let them motherfuckers know that I'm here and I'll chew you up if you fuck with me, you know?
Yeah.
And but when you deal with that on a regular basis as a content creator, what we find ourselves doing, like you yourself, Fred, where I was like, yo, man, you went in on somebody and you went in on 'em hard. And I was like, nah, you can't do that. That ain't you, Fred. Like you not like that. Because you know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like you better than that. Don't let,
Yeah.
and you knew that, but you ain't gonna just let someone just talk to you all sideways and shit. So I got where you was coming from, but I'm like, that's going away from what you trying to build though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
And
appreciate that.
now I appreciate you, motherfucker. That's why I did that promo video for you. And I also appreciate you for doing the promo video that you did for me when I was coming back to YouTube, and you just went out of your way and said, yo, check this motherfucker out. And I know you did it to a lot of people, but I was like, damn, motherfuckers is listening. They paying attention. Like when I heard your video on me, I was like, yo, I didn't want to just put out any video for you. I was like, yo, I got to come back and let him know as a content creator, yo, that he's somebody. And I put
I
mad
still have that
emphasis
video.
on it. And I'm going to play that after I play the Canelo shit. So if y'all don't know who Red is, you're going to know who he is after I do the promo on it. But I just
Hey,
want
but let
you to
me.
know that I appreciate you, Red. You know what I mean? I always have. And even when you didn't even realize I was defending you, I was like, yo, you fuck with him, you fuck with me. Because I nobody went out of their way the way that you did to show me love on YouTube. And even though we got what's to say? What, 2 viewers? Yeah, whatever. Yo, man, if it was 200 viewers, I wouldn't be talking any different. You know?
Appreciate that. But
I'm just letting you know that. And yo,
yeah,
Tony Reviews, same with you, man. Even though we don't agree on a lot of shit, I got to say this. You love the sport, and I'm gonna push a guy like you, man, because yo, you're an athlete. You do what you do, and you put in the work, and you show them motherfuckers what you do, and you got a love for the sport. Otherwise, if you didn't, you wouldn't even be putting out the content that you do. Even though we don't agree, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, yo, this pushing the sport. You know what I mean? Like me and Tony been disagreeing on Better Biev and Bivol. We've been agreeing and disagreeing at the same time on all types of shit with Canelo, whatever. But at the same time, I I respect his opinion on it because he knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's respecting my opinion on it because he knows I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that is where we come to a conclusion of figuring bullshit out. But we know what the bullshit is. You know, can he get a decision? Bivol. You know, uh, why is this dude not getting an undisputed shot and he's the A side? Like, there's certain shit don't make sense to me. And if someone has a stronger argument than myself, I am more than willing to let them push that shit and say, yo, blah, 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 blah. And if it's stronger than mine and I believe that it's real, I'll push that instead. I got the one person that beat me in the debate was Nyota. And I brought him on my live and I said, yo, you beat me. And it was about Canelo. And he proved me wrong about I think it was a title shot at 155. And I wish that motherfucker could come back because yo, that dude has got nothing but knowledge when it comes to the sport.
He's still around. He hasn't been uploading content, but
Yo, well, I tell
I
you
know
what, I always be
he's on
forgetting his
Twitter.
name, and I remembered it tonight, and I'm like, yo, Nyota is one of my favorite boxing channels. When it comes to content and funny shit, it's you, Red. I enjoy your shit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to I like Tony shit. One of my favorite fucking boxing. I also enjoy watching Black. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy what he's pushing, and I also enjoy Ring IQ, and there's a couple other motherfuckers. But I used to respect certain people, but they wouldn't even let me on their panel, bro.
Yeah,
They
I've
won't
seen
even
that.
let me on a panel. Like I'll be sitting in the background for mad long, and they just letting Smo Joe on there, and I'm like, yo, I ain't a big YouTube channel, but I'm respected in the boxing community. And if you're gonna sit there and act like you don't know me when you've been on my shit, I've been on your shit, and you won't even let me on your panel, like I'm sitting there for like 5-10 minutes, like, yo, eat a dick, man. Like, yo, for real though. And that's
Yeah,
where I ride with Black when Black says, yo, you know what? Support those who support you. And I would see people saying like dirt shit about me, but without saying it. And my son brought it up. He said, oh, they dry hate. And I was like, yeah, like dry snitching. I was like, damn, that's a perfect word for it. I was like, damn, you are my son. I love you. You're the best. You know what I'm saying? But it's like dry hating. I ain't dry hating on Tony. I ain't dry hating on Red. If if y'all come out with some shit that I ain't did or thought of, I'm gonna push your shit. You know what I'm saying? Even as far as Angel Santos. Angel Santos don't put out a lot of content, but he contributes a lot of content to the boxing community. Yeah. And on top of that, what he likes to do is he'll say certain shit or use certain terms, and I will give him the benefit of what he said, even if I use the term. I don't hear that shit from a lot of motherfuckers. And like I said, I fucking bodied Red Nose. Red Nose. I bodied two of the biggest YouTubers on month. Two of the biggest YouTubers. I bodied them and deleted the video of me fucking just sacrificing them motherfuckers in the flame, in the UGC flame. And they were like, why? Why would you do that? And I was like, because fuck them. I mean, God bless them and what they're doing, but I'm not trying to build my name on them. I could do my own shit.
yeah.
So when I see guys like Tony Reviews, and I've been on Red Glove, so I'm pushing these guys, man. When I'm around, when I got time, I'm pushing these motherfuckers. Black Horseman, fucking Iron Kong. Yo, Iron Kong is one of the dopest fucking channels on YouTube, and he gets the least amount of views. I'm like, how is this? This dude is going through every fucking article all the time. And don't get me wrong, he may have a diverse opinion on some shit, but I don't give a fuck. He got a fucking a fist, you know what I'm saying? Where he like challenge me, motherfucker, challenge me. So I'm like, yo, go ahead and challenge Iron Kong. Whenever I see Iron Kong like step up on a bigger fucking channel, I'm like, these dudes have no idea what they just walked into. He gonna respect them, but if they try to pull some bullshit, he gonna wreck them. He gonna wreck
Yeah,
them. Yo,
Iron
and
Kong.
but
Let me
go
just say
ahead,
this
Red.
real quick. Iron Kong is actually how I got into the UGC. Like I went, I was looking, just for content. I came across Black's Live, and I had known Iron Kong from before, and I knew he was a solid guy, and I knew that he didn't support any kind of bullshit. And I saw him in Black's chat, I was like, all right, Iron Kong's here. He ain't here because this is garbage. And I listened and I came back like the next day. And next thing I know, I'm getting on the panel. And yeah, Iron Kong, he's a solid guy. And you're right. He deserves way more shine than what he gets.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Yo, I think he puts in a lot of work that myself I don't put into boxing, and I love boxing. And I'm a content creator, but I'm just saying when I watch Iron Kong shit, I enjoy it. And he's very respectable. He brings himself with dignity, like he says whatever he says, and I just like the way he moves, and I respect that. I respect the way you move. I respect the way Tony moves, and I don't respect the way a lot of these other guys move. If you don't see me on their channel, I probably don't respect them. And don't get me wrong, I'm one of them paranoid, crazy motherfuckers, bipolar motherfuckers. Like, yo, some motherfuckers, I'm like, yeah, I ain't fucking with this motherfucker no more. But then I'm like, yeah, he probably all right. You know what I'm saying? I do that,
Hey, but let
but I'm
me
not
let
perfect.
me talk on that YouTube shit real quick because I believe it or not, I know the certain key things, and I don't do those things, but that's just because I do this as a hobby, so I'm not trying to be the first guy to have the news out and all that. But really, if you want your channel to grow, I mean, basically, like what the algorithm looks for is you want to upload um, fairly regularly, which is the reason why I haven't been growing because I haven't been uploading that much. But if like give yourself a goal like Monday through Friday or whatever, but you don't want to go too long without a single upload. The other thing is you got to try to stay away from copyright music, copyright material. You can't use too much profanity, but you can't be too family friendly either. Um,
And that's why I'm
and
not
then also,
popular.
and then also, yeah, just throw F bomb here and there.
Yeah. Yo, between you and I, Red, yo, that's why I'm not popular. I'm not talking about the popular fighters all the time. I always
Yeah,
constantly using like some crazy fucking content. And then I'm like, yo, if I mix it, I might get away with the shit. If I mix the
yeah,
music because I was a DJ, I like, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But
yeah,
what I am saying is, hey man, I enjoy all the boxing content that's out there. I enjoy that there's a love for the sport. I'm just saying, let it be a love for the sport, not a love for the what the motherfucker look like, not a love for the motherfucker that just happens to be a nationality, not just a. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I am saying is appreciate the sport because these motherfuckers wouldn't be as big as they would be without the sport. And
yeah.
it's a warrior sport. And when it stops become when people are sitting here and we all do it, we're all guilty of it, content creators talking about the politics of the sport, we miss the essence of what the fuck it is, bro. It's a warrior sport. You know what I mean? A warrior sport between two people who weigh the same. A warrior sport between two motherfuckers that put in the work on a daily basis to show, yo, I can do this. I could beat this motherfucker's ass. And if a dude taking a milkshake that can help him do it, like I'm knocking that. That's not cool. That's not cool because this dude on, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, I can run faster than this dude. And it's like, nah, but you can't if that dude on crack and he running from the police. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't beat him. You can't beat him because he's running for his life and he on drugs. And that's what
But
they
once a
do.
kid,
What up?
there was just a couple more things I want to touch on. I won't be much longer.
Nah, go ahead,
But
man. Cook,
but
bro.
the also you want to try to keep your videos around 10 minutes because it's not really about views; it's more about watch time. But you don't want to go too long either. Like
Yeah.
10 minutes is like that sweet spot. And then also like this is something you got to keep in mind. Violence is against the YouTube terms of service, and the algorithm doesn't necessarily know how to separate combat sports from like senseless violence. That's the reason why channels like Ellie Setback are so big. Think about it. He doesn't really talk so much about fighting that much. He asks questions about their new car and their new watch and stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep that shit in mind. That's
He
all I
he
wanted to say though.
he questioned about like how big their butt cheeks are, and you know,
Yeah, like, and
you know.
I really don't like Ellie Setback. Not just because he asks stupid ass questions, but he allowed something on his channel some time ago that I thought it was messed up. Um, I forget what fight it was. An Adrian Broner fight, but Adrian Broner won. He was fighting a Hispanic. I think the kid was Puerto Rican, and he was there asking fans like what they thought of the fight. And one of them happened to be black and said, "Oh, he beat that wetback." And I'm like, "Okay,
Nah,
this is
there you
your
go.
channel.
There you
This
go.
is your channel. Why the
Why
hell are
would you
you gonna
allow that
leave?"
to go down?
Yeah, like if you don't want to say something to the fan, cool. Like I understand you got to keep it moving and everything, but edit it out. It's like you know what? Because you're being a piece of shit. I'll use other footage that I got from other fans. So yeah, I don't like Ellie Setback for that reason.
Well,
I,
I tell you
to be
what.
honest, I want to nickname him Ellie Wetback, but people take that wrong and not understand the context. But that's my real issue with Ellie Setback.
Yes, Toby, I do have that horse shit meter. It was those stones that got him the UGC. Ah, is it the one two DJ name also? No, it was not. My DJ name is Tony Twisted. Because my name is also Tony. And it's
Yeah, I
and
actually
it
knew
and
that.
being we only got only a few people on here, yeah, I got it. But I'm sure the MXBC gonna get it too now that I said that.
I
But
I knew your name was Tony because of IOTVA. He had
yeah,
mentioned your name
yeah,
a
he
couple times.
yeah, he went all the way in, and I was like, damn, man, come on, man, be
I think
easy.
he actually said your last name
Yeah.
too. He's like Tony, and I'm not gonna say it. To be
Yeah,
honest, I don't really remember it. I
yeah,
think I
but
know
I'm
what it starts with, but I'm not gonna throw that out there.
it's okay. It's not a common name, so we could get away with it. So it's all good. You know what I'm saying? If you got my last name, you 9 times out of 10 you're related. But yo, shout out to everybody out here. It says H Money got a debate on his channel. Maybe you can go after this is over. You know what? Shout out to you know what I'm saying, and talking about that, and shout out to you giving Red Glove. It says and 1 2 kid. Shout out to y'all doing that. I appreciate that. Maybe we will go there. But right now we cooking, and I enjoy having Tony reviews and Red Glove on my channel at this moment. And you know what? I'm not even gonna show the Canelo highlight video first. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show the Red Glove video first. And yo, Tony, I just want to let you know if I feel it and it fits you, I'll put it together. And I didn't want to put out no shit for Red when he did what he did for me because nobody had ever done that for me on YouTube. And that's why I was like, nah, I'm not just gonna put out anything for this motherfucker. I'm gonna go all out for the motherfucker. So what we're gonna do though, y'all, is we're gonna pump my man Red Glove here that's on here. With your Red Glove, you used to have a little show that you used to call what? where you would pump new channels and shit?
I mean, it still exists. I just haven't done it in a while. YTBC Spotlight.
Yeah,
Real
the
quick,
spotlight.
before you show it, if I could just share, the reason why I do it is because I want to keep the sport alive. When I see good channels, I want them to grow. I want them to thrive. And I've had like Tony Reviews. I never done an official spotlight on him, but I did give him a shout out, and it like I'm proud that he has grown to where he's at, and he's gonna keep growing. My thing is this: I don't see it as, oh, I made you. I never see it that way. I see it
Right.
as, you know what, I took a small part in your success. Now, would you have gotten as big as you are now? There's a good chance that
Right.
you know, great people just do great things. But if I put a little push, because that's the other thing. Some people, they get like real little views, and Tony doesn't get real little views.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah, because like Aries Zodiac, that dude was getting like, he was lucky to get 63 views, and I'm not putting the man down. I'm just saying, like, that was a good video for him.
That's a fact, bro. Can y'all see
But
this?
this dude,
Am I sharing this?
yeah, it's showing.
All right, cool.
But-
I'm gonna put it up before you say, yo, please. No, actually, go ahead and just knock off what you guys say.
Yeah, I shouldn't be too much longer. But he was lucky to get 60 views, right? And I did the spotlight. This guy is I think he's nearing 2,000 subscribers now. And the reason why I do that is, you know, when you first start and you don't get you're putting that work in and you're not seeing a return. It's not that you're doing it for the glory, but we don't do this shit just to be talking to ourselves, right?
That's right.
I would hate for a potentially really good channel to give this shit up just because, you know, they're not motivated due to, you know, they're not seeing any kind of return. So
But here,
I basically like that spark, and then you know, I pass you the ball, and then you do what you will with it from that point. You know,
me myself, Red, I was
Yeah.
like, yo, you show me love, so if I'm gonna show you love, I'm gonna show you the ultimate love. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I get down. Cause if motherfuckers it reach out to me, yo, this motherfucker did a whole video for me. You know what I mean? And he was respected in the community, and he ain't have to. So I went all out. Y'all see this shit? Is this up?
Yep, it's there.
Y'all hear it?
Yeah, we're here.
I'm gonna cook on my man, Red Glove Militant, one of the best content creators on YouTube. Even if you're not a boxing fan, you can appreciate this guy's talent and skill set. He does series, boxing memes, fact checks. One of my favorites is Earn with Earn. I think this dude is talented to the max. You know, you gotta appreciate the guy's skill set. So click the link for the sake of missing out on some of the entertaining content on YouTube. After you click, man, disappointment will be an afterthought. But this is by far one of my favorite channels on YouTube, period. Not just because we're both with the UGC. Now, when this guy's content, as good as it is, comes out, some people may feel a bit transparent. John, I apologize. I forgot you were there. You know, that's not this man's fault. But what happens is these guys start puffing their chest out. These guys start puffing their chest out and just making claims that ain't real. You know what I mean? And they just start rambling on about themselves and how good they are and how bad they are and this and that. Now, I seen it coming. You know, they had opportunities
but they want to go after this guy. You know, he gives them opportunities, cool. But this guy's gonna, this dude's gonna come back at you and fact check you, and it's gonna make you look stupid. You know, then a lot of folks they get really upset and butthurt when he does this. You know,
You can't fuck with red glove on this water state. How about that?
woke in the sleepy giant.
I'm your huckleberry.
He gonna come at you hard, man. And if you ain't on point, you're gonna lose. Instead of, you know, doing a fact check before they speak, thinking before they speak. My suggestion to you guys is to subscribe to this guy. This guy's got some of the best content I've seen. So do yourself a favor and click that link, man.
Subscribe, motherfucker.
That was like I couldn't have made one better than myself, man. And it's very appreciated.
Yo, I gotta say this, man. I put some love in that shit. Yo.
Oh, I could tell.
Shout out to RGM because he likes that. He liked all of that shit, like, cause that's what he kind of represented by. Then I was like, yo, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push the fuck he got going on. And I was like, you know what? And I did it with Black too. But what I did was with Black though is I allowed him to talk. It was different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just because Black at that time wasn't more into visuals. He was more into speaking. So what I did was I added the visuals to his speaking. So I put that content into it. When it comes to Tony, I don't know which. I honestly I don't know how to call him because he do kind of both. You know what I'm saying? With
Yeah.
you, content creator. So I'm like, yo, I will put out some hot, super dope, hot content for him. And with Black, I was like, I'm gonna let him speak for himself because I like the way he speaks. So I'm like, you know, a lot of people. I only did two promo videos, but I gotta say though, like, I hope I did a good job.
I know exactly what I would do for Tony. I would take some of that, some of those workout videos from the past. You know, he did those lives where he was working out, and I
Mm-hmm.
put together a montage. And it would be somewhere along the lines of like Eye of the Tiger shit, and
Yeah,
having audio clips of Tony's reviews. Uh, you know, some of it like some audio clips playing over it. So you know, with the music.
I gotta say though, um, I got like like everything that you're saying right now about Tony reviews is true, but I gotta like feel it.
Yeah, no,
I
I
gotta
hear you.
feel
I
it
hear you.
to put it out. And yo, when I feel it, I'm gonna give him a promo video, but I gotta know it's right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I ain't just gonna put it out. You know what I mean? So when
Oh no,
you
I
did
hear
that,
you.
yo, but Red, when you did that shit for me, cause he got one out. I don't know if I can show it though. And I gotta say, man, I was like so like blown away by the fact that you did that shit. I was like, yo, that's awesome. Cause you appreciate who I am. And the way Red broke it down, like he broke myself down. I was like, damn, yo, he gets it. He understands. So to me, when it comes to content creators and someone as good as you, Red, to do that shit, I was like, yo, that shit made me feel like 110. And I was like, I feel like that anyway. But when you come at me, when I get that energy from someone else, it makes me feel like 110% better. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you like boosting me in this little YouTube shit. Be, and other people may not appreciate it, you know, but to me it was awesome because I was a boxing fan and you paid attention to everything I said and you got into it. And that's why I appreciate Tony. But I'm not gonna push out a video until I feel it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'm not just gonna just give him no bullshit. You
yeah,
know what
you
I'm
got to do
saying?
it in your flavor. Like
Right.
what I mentioned, that's my flavor.
If
That's
I
just
feel it,
my,
and that's
yeah,
the way that I seen you though, Red. I was like, yo, he like this dude, he like this story. So I was like, yo, and at that time it was perfect timing because you know what was going on at that time. And I was like, yo, I'm just gonna tear this shit up and have some fun with this. And I did, bro. I had so much fun doing that shit. I was like, yo, he gonna love this shit. But yeah, yeah, I just enjoy like I enjoy the fight game itself. And when I see people putting in a lot of energy into it, I want to give energy to them. But
yeah,
I don't want to give no bullshit energy to them. So when it comes to like 20 reviews, I'm like, you know what I gotta do is I gotta wait till I get something. You know, same with Angel. I want to give Angel something too. You know what I'm saying? And Iron Kong. I want to give y'all something, but until I feel it, I I can't just put it out. I'm not going to just put out some shit and force it just because I'm a good editor. You know what I'm saying? I'm
you
not
know what's
going to
funny
do it.
about you know what's funny about him, actual facts. He like you you said it earlier, he doesn't really put out a whole lot of content, but he generates a whole lot of content. Like
Yes,
he don't
yes,
and here's the thing, trying to do a promo for him that would really like embody everything he does, that's like trying to capture lightning in a bottle because there's so much that he does. You know what? I feel like we've only seen the tip of the iceberg. Like I think he could do so much more. Um, and the only reason why we don't see it is he's limited by his you know same thing that a lot of us are limited by, and that's his home life. The guy got he got a family. And he there's a lot, he's doing big things in his just real life. So that's why he doesn't upload on you. That's the reason why he doesn't upload that much.
right.
So
But the thing is when you take someone like Angel, what the issue is he's kind of like on the spot. Ah, boom. Like
yeah,
I could take a bunch of that and put it together. But the issue is, am I giving it to him correctly? Like there's a lot of videos I think we talked about on the Google chat that I wanted to put some other shit out, but I couldn't put it out because I was like, I ain't giving it enough energy. It ain't correct, and that's why I
yeah,
don't give him and I don't want Angel to think that I'm not shouting him out, or even Tony or Hap think I'm not shouting them out because you know I don't give a fuck about them, because that's not the truth. The issue is when I find something that connects, then I'll push it. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put out no bullshit for nobody.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or we got Hap in here right now, so Y'all could cook. Give me a few minutes, y'all.
Haplo is
Oh,
one.
see, I come in and he's got to take a break now.
Yeah, I've known Haplo since he is one of the first people I met in the YTVC. I've known him for it must be 5 years at this point,
I think more than that, bro. I think more like
maybe.
8. Yeah, I've been on here
Yeah,
since time immemorial. And call me Father
yeah.
Time.
Haplo, like
You stay on here long
that
enough,
that.
eventually I'm gonna catch up with you.
But the tostones, that's a long running joke.
Oh, it was as
And
soon
I
as you
remember,
said on a video that you were half Puerto Rican, because I'm also half Puerto Rican. I was like, oh, this guy knows about tostones. So we
yeah,
started talking about it. Pasteles, it was first. Pasteles
I
first.
remember. Yeah, I was about to say, I remember that the video where all that sparked. Like you and me already knew each other, but it was like in the early stages. Like we didn't know that much about each other. And I
Yeah.
did that video because at that time there was a dude who got pissed off anytime I had anything negative to say about Canelo. And he was like, "Oh, you must be a Puerto Rican who just hates all Mexicans." And it's like, first off, that's not even a thing. Like,
Whoops.
all the
Whoops.
yeah,
Talking to the wrong guy.
Hey, that's a fact.
but yeah, so yeah. And now here's the thing: I'm just like, all right. First off, not all Puerto Ricans hate Mexicans. Yeah, you do have some
Very
Puerto
true.
Ricans who hate Mexicans. You also have some Mexicans who hate Puerto Ricans. It goes both ways.
I don't think
But
they
it's
hate
not
each
every.
other. I just think it's a rivalry in boxing. When it comes to boxing, they may hate each
Yeah,
other, but in general, like Puerto Ricans don't like have anything against Mexicans, and
Dude,
I don't think Mexicans do
if
either.
I sat here and just started knocking like races, watch my fucking views skyrocket.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
If I was
and
sitting
that's why I
here and
don't like.
saying, yo, you Puerto Rican? Hey, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What? Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
half
hey, hey,
Mexican.
hey,
We
one,
don't get
two.
down
Don't get
like
too
that
excited.
here. This is some hot bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck you mean? You like black people? Fuck out of here. Yeah, who the fuck is it? What's wrong with you? You know, we only push this, that, or this. And it's like, yo, because if you listen to them long enough, you realize that's all they push.
Yeah.
It's like,
I
yo,
tell you
you
what,
losing the
though, one,
sport in the
two.
process.
I tell you what, though, one, two. If you were racist, everyone would be in trouble because nobody has your same mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I hate everybody equally because they
There you
all
go.
pieces. They all pieces of shit. There's pieces of shit and all fucking weights and colors and
All walks of
creeds
life.
and religious. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? My I don't share thought process with a lot of people, but there's a lot of people who share my thought process. And what I'm trying to say is, yo, man, we can't get ahead if we all fighting against each other on a regular
Yeah.
basis. And
Hey,
it's
can I
like
interject? Can I interject real quick? Just I see
shoot.
Toby's comment there. I don't know why, dude, but I can never see you in any chat or anything like that. I don't know what it is, man. I checked my shit, and you're not blocked by me. I've never even seen your stuff. So, but I noticed you're on a lot of cool channels, so you're probably a cool guy. Just it's weird. I can never see you. Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
Nah, it's all good. Yo, Toby's a cool dude. I'm just saying, like, to me, it's about the sport. And I know that's not a popular way to go about the shit. But at the same time, it's like, yo, man, to be real, that's the only way to go about the shit. And if it's
Yeah.
the only reason you in the sport is to see your people win, I'm not knocking you for, represent your people because knowledge itself is fantastic. I'm just saying is how can you learn to be better as a people if you ain't learning from everybody else? And
Yeah.
on top of that, it's like, yo, we way past that. Is as dumb as this civilization is today, we smart enough to know that it ain't about race.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And once
You know
we
what
get over
bothers me
that shit,
about it? You know what
go
bothers
ahead.
me about it? Like, all right, I'm actually 100% with everything you just said. Like, you if you want to support guys solely based off of their skin color and whatnot, I don't agree with it, but that's your right to do that. What bugs me is when they want to push that on you. Like a guy found out I'm half Mexican and he's like, "Oh, Canelo's your vato." I'm like, "Fuck no!" Like I don't like Canelo like that. Like I did like him at one point, but
Like just because you're Mexican, you have to like all Mexican fighters.
Right. So
exactly,
so so
exactly,
so if you say, well, he's a good fighter, that's not good enough. If he's a great
yeah,
fighter, that's not good enough. It's like, yo, if you ain't on his dick, there's something wrong with you. Because
yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, yo, no, there's something wrong with you for being on another man's dick. Like, what aren't you getting here? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And I
But they
totally
want you to
get
blindly.
right. It's like
They,
boxing. Yeah, nobody's knocking Canelo's boxing ability. Nobody's knocking Andre's boxing ability. The fact that they're not fighting, that's what I'm knocking.
yeah,
And it's like, if this dude's such a bum, why ain't this shit happening? Not that I'm favoring fucking Andre in the fight. I just want to see the fucking fight because I'm a
yeah.
fucking fight fan, motherfucker. So get
You,
that through your thick fucking skull. Get over being Mexican, black, white, whatever the fuck you are, because that's what it is. Because when I knock fucking guys
Puerto
like
Rican.
Tiafimo, I hate Spanish people. But when I'm bigging him up, I hate Europeans. And when
yeah,
and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, motherfuckers? It's like all I'm trying to
yeah.
do is follow boxing. Why don't y'all follow boxing? Nah, because it ain't
It's so
fun if you
funny
don't
because
do it. If
it's
there's
so
no
funny because it's an individual sport, man. Like it's just one guy in
Yeah.
there. It's not the whole island of Puerto Rico. So like
right,
I forget
right.
that guy's name. The guy who came in with the rainbow trunks and he was fighting, I don't know, was it Gamboa or Solido? The rainbow trunks and he was
I'll
Puerto
put it like
Rican.
this. I'll put
He
it
was the
I'll put
first
it like
guy
this.
to be openly, you know what, in a boxing match, and like
Oh, okay. I think I
I,
remember that.
I wasn't rooting for him.
But I'll put it like this. I'll put it like this. If you rooting for a race, right? And the race wins the fight, the guy wins the fight, right? And then every other race outside of the fight starts fighting, and your race gets their ass whooped. What the fuck did that prove?
Yeah. Yeah,
Nothing.
you gotta if you wanna accept the
It's the
wins, you gotta
we
accept the losses too.
Right.
it's the
What
we
I'm
the
trying
we
to say is,
mentality.
what I'm
It's the
trying to
we
say is,
mentality. And
right,
Black made a
you
good
got
point
one
one
man
time
in
when
there.
he's like, "Does the we thing still count when the guy loses? Did we
And you know
lose?"
what
Yeah.
hurt? You know what the first thing about it is when when the Olympics hit, right? Of course we are rooting for our country. Of course we are rooting for, you know what I mean? Yeah, let's pull off this gold, right? It's us against them, whatever it may be, you know, whether it be country, whether it be whatever it may be, race, whatever. So y'all into that. All right. So it goes down, right? Someone gets robbed or someone loses or someone just whips somebody's ass. Now what? Did the
Yeah.
whole world change, motherfucker? Did
Nope.
did the price of your food go up when this dude got his ass whooped or this dude whipped this dude's ass? What changed? Nothing. You can say, hey,
Exactly.
that's a fantastic thing. But when you learn from the sport, a sport where we could all come together and get together, that's why they put this shit together. Not to find out who's the best. To be honest, it's like, yo, we could all come together as people and compete and have fun. This man won. Okay, cool. He won. All right. He won.
Yeah,
He
well,
represented
one,
the
two.
country.
People
And I
people
hope
are
not
acting like it's
motherfuckers that cry. Because
people are acting like it's 1921
but have
instead
Yeah.
of
right,
2021, because
right.
back in 1921, like they were preventing black fighters from fighting from championships. Now black fighters are like the top selling fighters in the entire sport. You got Floyd Mayweather, you got Mike Tyson still making a million pay-per-views. You got every black fighters are on top of the game right now, along with certain Latinos and a few Eastern European types. But really, I mean, when it comes to making money, the black fighter is the king of the sport right now. So I
But what I'm
stop
trying
acting stop acting like it's 1921 and Jack Johnson
Yeah.
can't get a fucking title shot.
not, but
I agree.
the issue is this. The issue is that they so focused on
Yeah.
that they
We
missing
progressed past
they
that.
right. They missing the accomplishments. They missing the sport growing. They missing everything. Like
They're hanging on to
when
old
America
shit.
when America used to
Yeah.
just rip through the Olympics, right? And then other countries got up on what we was getting on. Why the hate? Why the hate on the people who were successful? It's like, yo, I'm not gonna hate on someone successful on what they're doing. I'm gonna learn from what they're doing and say, yo, we gotta step our game up because that's what they did to America. That's what they did to America. They looked at us and said, yo, this is what they're doing to be successful. And then when they started becoming successful, the Americans hated on him. But a lot of other countries didn't hate on America when it came to the sports. They looked up to us. What's wrong? I think it's more of a fear of us looking up to someone else to learn from. You
Yeah.
know what
Well,
I'm saying?
that's how
And,
it's always been in history, though. It's
right.
always
But I'm
been.
saying though, when we gonna grow up as a civilization,
Yeah. No,
it
I agree.
all over and say, yo, if they got the up on us on this, we gotta figure that shit out. And then we
Hmm.
gotta become better. And then from there on in, we only making humanity better because we excelling. The problem is the human race is declining. And fuck boxing. And I don't know, man. I don't want to get too deep into this shit, but at the same time, I do because I'm the 1-2 kid, and the 1-2 kid don't give a fuck. Yo, yeah, yo, we are declining, man. We are declining. We are declining as a civilization, man. We are though.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
because
are.
like people are too weak minded now. Like they don't have like I like I at least like to
No,
think that I'm a
no one
strong-willed
wants to
person.
hear. No one wants to hear an opposing opinion anymore because there's so
Yeah.
Yo,
many
look,
echo
me
echo
and Hat got
chambers.
into a massive argument about a debate about fucking Chernobyl and fucking the Russian Empire and the American Empire and all that. We got into it. Like we got deep into that shit. And when we got down to the where was nothing left, you know what he said to me?
What?
You may be right, but that don't but everyone else got to believe that too, because I believe that. That's what he said, and I'm like, if we all believe that, why the fuck is this shit going all the way south? To me, boxing is an opportunity for me to tell you that what the fuck is going wrong. This is just the way.
I
This is
think
just an
social
opportunity.
media one too is a new opportunity for people to ghettoize themselves. So like it used to be like when people would come
Oh
to
man,
when
no, that
people would come to America, and they would, if they were Italian, they'd move to the Italian neighborhood. If they were Irish, they'd move to the Irish neighborhood. Like that's what social media is doing. Like you got, if you come on here and you're, a PBC fan, like you're gonna go live in that PBC fan community and that echo chamber and just hear people repeating the ideas back and forth to each other. Whereas like
right, but that can
there are
go the
certain
other way too,
communities,
though. But what
yeah,
I'm trying to say is,
it can go
when
anyway.
you separate the community that believes in the same exact thing, you know, what happens is, and don't get me wrong, knowledge itself
You
is
mean when you
fantastic.
separate the individual from the community?
Right. But what I'm trying to get at is knowledge itself is fantastic. Knowing where you come from is a good thing, because um the knowledge that you're bringing, and coming from where you're coming from, and and doing a background check on yourself is a fantastic thing. I mean, like, that's, I'm not knocking that at all. What I'm knocking is that you got to step on somebody to get ahead.
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to show, even in the boxing community, is I don't have to step on a big channel, even if I body the channel. You know what I'm saying? Even if I, you quote unquote body them. Oh my God, I destroyed them. You know what I'm saying? No, but really, it's that's not what I'm here for. What I'm here is to push the sport. And when we start getting past that, and we start putting our minds together, and we start getting to a different place, and we start saying, yo, man, maybe this ain't what it's cut out to be. And sometimes, some people say they may overcomplicate things, or you may bring up truth to them, and it may depress them. When you open up your mind to
I ain't
certain
gonna lie
truth,
though, one too. Sometimes it's fun bodying people in a boxing debate, but
no, that's not an issue.
bodying
What I'm trying to say, what I'm
bodying people in general,
Leighton.
if that's all you're
no,
about.
no, no, no,
Leighton's
no,
in the
no, no,
chat. Leighton's a good
no,
dude.
no.
He is. I
That's
like
not
Leighton a lot.
that's not the point I'm
but
trying to make.
but
I'm
but
just trying to say is, if you if you look at it from
Red
a
Glove loves that
non-biased
Leighton.
perspective, if you look at
Come
it from a
on,
non-biased
Leighton.
perspective, if you look at it from a
I'm just kidding,
non-biased
Leighton.
perspective, I get where you're coming from, and it's fun. I enjoy having fun too, but sometimes I just get a little serious, because I'm like, you know what? At what point do we get serious about this bullshit? When a guy
Yeah.
can't
Well,
get a fucking
yeah. Well, my
decision,
point was
when
one too is that it's fun to body people like in a fun boxing debate, but once it gets to like racial thing or something like that, that
but between
I'm
us
not
though,
having fun anymore. I'm not
Hap,
having fun
Hap,
anymore.
Hap, Hap, who has more fun than a 1-2 kid? Honestly,
You,
who?
Angel, like
Yo,
you
yo,
guys are
is
hilarious.
there anybody in the YTBC that has more fun than a 1-2 kid? I'm just being honest.
I don't think
Yo,
so.
I,
Not that
I,
I
I,
know
I crack jokes about shit that motherfuckers be like, hey, you know what? I don't like you no more.
of.
Real talk. Yo, I do though. I do. I go all that way. You know why? Because sometimes, even though I'm trying to get a point across, I'm like, yo, I would much rather have a motherfucker laugh than cry.
Yeah.
Right.
You
It's
know what
more
I'm saying?
powerful.
So I put so much thought in everything to what I do, like Red, like Tony reviews the way he comes. You know what I'm saying? Hap comes with the way that he comes, you know what I mean? We all come in a different angle, but I feel like we're downgraded and dry hated on because we so real. This is the truth. Like,
But that's the
like,
thing, like all those channels that are getting like huge numbers right now, eventually the zeal, like my dad told me one time, zealots burn out. So like all the zeal for these other channels and everything else, that's eventually gonna fade away. And the real is what's gonna stick and be here for the long run. So like with me
right,
personally, I never I never set out a goal to like have a big channel or get a lot of views. I was always satisfied if I got 10 views and it's like 1-2 Kid, RGM, BHP, Tony,
right.
Blood,
Big
D
channels show
Style,
you love, right?
D Style,
I'm the
like
same
I'm
way.
talking to the people that those are the people that I'm
I ain't
really talking
never,
to.
yo, and I'm gonna be
Boxing
110%.
librarian,
I ain't never
Yeah.
not D Styles.
I'm
I
happy
never
with that.
never not D Styles. Me and
Well,
D
D Style's
Styles
a
got
really cool guy.
in the arguments, yo, in like 2000, way earlier. Me and D Styles used to get into it, right?
Me too.
But
Like
what I'm
not
trying to
into
say
it
is
like in
I
a
don't
bad way,
agree
but
with almost
into it like
anything
into,
that D Styles says. Like, yo, me and D
really?
Styles,
I'm
and he
surprised.
gonna
He says
pretend
a
like he
lot of
don't
good
know
shit.
who I am, right? But I'm just saying though. But me and D Styles used to get into it, and I used, yeah, all right, we'll just leave it at that. But I used listen.
My point is this though,
Yo,
that
yo,
like
D
my
Styles,
channel,
me
I'm
and D
talking to those
Styles
guys.
used to
I'm
get
talking to you
into it.
guys. I'm talking to the people
But
who I
but
think
but what I'm trying to say
are
is
good
though,
people.
he pushing the boxing community. So I'm not gonna knock it. Not the way that I would, but at the same time, yo, D Styles, yo, man, keep doing your thing. God bless you.
Oh,
Yo,
there's
YouTube.
lots of people that I fucking disagree with on almost everything. Like, for instance, one of them is
Yo, I'll put it
what's
like
his
this.
name?
Me and Tony Reviews can disagree on everything, but we can still talk.
Still
You know
be
what I'm saying?
cool. Yeah,
Right.
that's cool.
We can
I
still
agree with you.
talk though. Like, yo, me and Tony Reviews agree on a lot of shit and we disagree on a lot of shit. But yo, I could still holler at him. Certain motherfuckers, they act like they don't like, yo. Me and D Styles used to go back at it, back and forth, way back, and he act like, well, who are you? And I'm
Dude,
like,
nobody disagrees
where'd you
more
get
than
your information from? And I'm
me and
like,
Divine
damn, Google
Sense.
that shit.
Me and Divine Sense were on completely opposite ends of the spectrum with the Pacquiao Mayweather thing for years. But I can still go on his channel like I did the other night and have a conversation with him in a civil manner.
Right.
Like
You can't do that with everybody.
that's a
Yo,
lost
yo,
art form.
yo, very, very intelligent people on YouTube. Now I'm being real, like cordial people that you would think there
Scientists and
was
shit.
no. Like cordial boxing fans that in like intelligent boxing fans won't even let me on their fucking channel no more, bro.
What did you
And if
do,
I
1-2 Kid?
yo, all I you know what I
No, I'm
did?
kidding.
Now I'm
I'm
gonna be
joking.
100
I'm
though. You know what I
joking.
did? I'm gonna tell you what I did, bro. I was a
What?
1-2 Kid. That's it.
Well,
That's
you're
all I
welcome on
was.
my channel
I hung with the
anytime you want.
UGC. I hung with the UGC. Yo, you know what? And here's the fucked up part. We got issues, right? We
In fact,
supposedly got issues. Wait a minute,
one two kids gonna
wait a minute. Yo,
be my first guest when I go
no, no,
live for
no,
the
no,
very
no.
first
But
time. Because
there's
I'm an
certain
old retard.
motherfucking, yo, there's certain teams out there, right? That'll still let me on they shit, but big name motherfucking YouTube motherfucking guys and big name teams that is cool, they still will let if I showed up on NBBC shit, whether it be whoever representing NBBC, right? They
What
would
is
let me on.
MBBCBC?
No. Listen, I bet you
I
they
don't
would
know
let
that.
me
What
on.
that is.
Wait a minute. They would let me on, right?
But
What if
who
I
is
went
that?
certain? If I went to Ring IQ, I bet you he'd let me on,
Okay.
but I don't
Okay.
go there, right? But I know he would let me on, but there's certain channels,
Well, you'd be the
not
guest
even
of
group.
honor on my
Wait a minute,
channel if I ever figure out how to go live.
bro. There's certain big channels that won't even let me on a panel, bro. You know, we'll call them uh
But you know
100
what,
dick.
1-2 kid? I noticed that
Yeah,
it's
but they
not
won't
as
even let
fun
me on, bro.
for
And you
me,
know
at
what?
least.
There's big channels on their channel that will tell them not to let me on their channel.
I got you.
That's how
But
corny they are.
here's the funny thing about it though, and I don't know if RGM agrees, but when it comes to a channel that's getting like a fucking billion comments and like there's 1,000 people every 3 words you say they're going, oh, there's a super chat from so and so, like, is not as fun to me. I actually prefer being on like with you and like other people and like our circle, because like you actually have a voice. And those big channels, it's like you're just one of fucking 5,000 people, and most of that 5,000 people are just there to agree with whatever the host or whoever is saying. And it's just not fun. I can get on big channels. I
I
can get
don't
on
I don't I don't
whatever I
have
want.
fun
But I have
jumping on
more.
someone's but
Yeah,
here's the thing, Hap.
that's my point. I have more
Right. You
fun
don't
being on
have
here with
fun
you.
jumping on someone's channel. They're gonna push
Yeah,
what they push. You'll want to
yeah,
knock what they push. But at the same time, you like, I ain't sucking your dick and kissing your ass. Like, get the fuck up out of
right.
here.
But I mean, you kind of got to go along with what they want because it's their channel. Just like I'm here right
Right.
now.
But what
You run an open forum, which is what I like. I like an open forum where we can discuss ideas and chop shit up back and forth. But on a lot of these channels, you get on like they're just gonna fucking overtalk you, and that's it anyway. So I wouldn't worry about that. Let's make our shit big. Let's make the
right,
UGC shit
right,
big, and
right.
along with the round table and all that other shit too. We can all
We ain't
come
knocking
up.
nobody to get up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Saying this dude
exactly.
shit ain't shit, and pay attention to me. When
We don't have to
motherfuckers
do
start
that.
doing
We're
that,
better than that.
it's like, yeah, you sucking dick for real. Well, I ride with my people, blah blah blah. And it's like, all right, cool, you can ride with your people, ride with your people. Well, you ain't really riding with your people because you over here, and it's like, no, I'm just talking boxer talk. I can't be here to talk boxer talk. Like, I be low key bodying motherfuckers on their own channel, and I will never take credit for it. Why? Because we pushing boxing, and I'm not there to body you, even if I accidentally do it. And if you body me, like, that's why I respected dude so much that I brought up earlier. I'm damn, see, now I forgot his name. But
Naota.
he Naota, yeah. Thank you so much. And I literally reached out to him, got him to come to my channel, and was like, when he got me in the debate, I was like, yo, come on here, blah 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 blah. You was right. Yo, and he was like, but 1-2 kid, I felt the way that you felt. Like, he didn't kick me when he beat me.
Right. No, he won in
You
an
know what I'm saying?
honorable way.
He was like, he knew where I was coming from when I said it. And that's the difference between a lot of box. Even if he didn't and was like, "Yo, bow," and kicked me, I'd be like, "Yo, hey man, you was right. It didn't matter. You got it. You got it." You know what I'm saying? Not that
You got
I'm
this one. That's what I
but
would
but
say.
not you won. I'm coming back. But you know,
You
but
got
I
this one.
respected it.
Let's see you the
But I would
next time, sir.
right, right. But at the same time, he ain't do it for that. And that's why I didn't do it for
Yo,
that.
did you notice RGM and Tony like just dropped off?
Nah, they're fantastic. I don't care. They're fantastic fucking channels.
Good
I love
dudes.
the
Good
fucking channels.
dudes.
But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna share some shit real quick. For
All
all
right.
y'all that because being that I shared the first one that I rocked. Um, I want to share. Uh, I want to share. Uh, other shit. So what we're going to do is we're going to share a Canelo highlight video, just so y'all know that I just don't hate Canelo's guts. And I got to admit, even though I created it, it's one of the best fucking Canelo highlight videos that I've seen. So let's let's keep the party jumping. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Let's keep the party jumping. So what we're gonna do is hold up. I might have to reset it. I was born already.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, you
I
can
could
see
see
it?
that. Yeah, I could see your screen now.
Oh, you can see it now? All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back, make sure everything's 110%. Uh can you hear it?
I can't hear anything yet. Still
All
can't
right.
hear.
Oh no, it's okay. Boom. We're gonna add it and tell me if you hear it when I start playing it, okay?
Okay.
If you're cool with it. Just say, yeah, I can hear it, Tom. Or 1, 2 kid. Can you hear it? Yes or no?
Uh, I don't see it playing at all. I just see like no,
See
I
it
can't hear
now?
it. No,
Can you hear it now?
no,
No?
nope, no.
All right. We're gonna stop it. We're gonna stop it. We're gonna try it one more time. Because the
We're having
1, 2
technical
kid,
difficulties here on
we're
the One
having
Two Kid
difficult.
channel.
Yeah, on the 1, 2 kid channel, we do have
We're
technical
experiencing some
difficulties.
technical difficulties. Please
Thank you.
stand by
I
for
appreciate
more.
that. Yes. Please stand by for more. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset it. I'm gonna knock it back out, and we're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. Yo, channel. Yo. We're gonna knock this out real quick. Customize channel. Now we ain't gotta customize it. What we gotta do is back up and go. Yeah, we're gonna customize. All right, and nope, we're going back up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna say manage. Let's try to manage shit. Okay, they're giving me options, y'all. I'm learning as I'm going. Um, I am a content creator. Put a lot of work into my content creation, but at the same time,
Yo,
I'm
the
not
video
perfect.
you played earlier, I could hear the audio. So I
Oh,
don't know what
what are you
setting was
talking about?
different.
Which one?
The ones you were playing when Tony was on, the
The
Canelo,
red glove one? Oh,
and
the other
yeah, and
Canelo one?
the two Canelos and then the red glove. I could hear those. So I don't know if there's a
Okay.
different setting.
No, I think I got it. I just got to
Yeah.
set it up correctly. And once
Mm.
I do, um, y'all will realize that I'm not a Canelo hater. Uh, I just ride with who's doing the right thing at the right time. So when I'm doing that, I want you guys to know. Let's see. Boom. Nope. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Uh-oh. We got an issue here. Cause I'm
Ladies
not.
and gentlemen, we're
Oh,
experiencing a
I
little
got it.
Red Riding Hood situation here on the One Two Kid channel.
All right. Cool.
He found the the right
No,
one.
I got it. I got it. I got it. All right. So what we're gonna do is, here we go. We're gonna
And
do
this one is
a share
just
screen.
right.
That's right. We're gonna do it correctly. We're gonna do it correctly. I'm gonna pull it up. All right. And then I'm gonna say share audio. Y'all ready? And I'm gonna
Yes,
share
sir.
screen. Can you see the screen? Can you see it yet?
No.
Add the string.
Nope. Ah, wait. It looks like it's coming up. And now I see it.
All right. You ready? You see the tiger?
Yep.
It's
Four by
just the
three.
tiger. Ready?
Yep.
All right, cool. Oh, y'all hear it?
Can hear.
Canelo, are you ready? I was born ready. We're ready. And we're ready for tomorrow night.
Yo, I did a
Yeah,
I did a
yeah,
better
dude.
job. I did a better
um,
job than fucking the motherfuckers that's dick riding it.
well, I think you did as good or better of a job, probably better of a job than they've ever done for him on the television networks. And actually, what I do best in life is I'm a post producer. I live in LA, so I'm a post producer, right? I'm not an editor, but I produce post production and I oversee post production. And I can tell what you're doing there. And I see the art form in it because what you're doing with the beat and the punches, and even like at one point the ref waving his hands going along with the music, like it, everything's in rhythm, and you're that comes from you being a musician. That comes from you being a DJ. You know how to drop it on a beat. Like some of the things were on threes, some of them were on ones, right? But everything was on a beat, and that big uppercut boom on the one where he just like knocks the guy's head up to the sky. That was beautiful. I mean, some people can appreciate what you do, my friend.
I
And don't think it
appreciate
goes don't think it goes unnoticed.
unappreciated, and I appreciate the fact that you appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the issue. The issue. Highlight video. I got most of the comments was hate, and I was like, "Why y'all hating on it?" And they like the
I didn't
way
see
you
that one.
did it. They
I
like
didn't
the
see
way
that
you
one.
did it. Well, that got more views than the Canelo one did. And all the people that hated, I was like, yo, I directed them to the Canelo highlight video. Like, yo,
Why? Why?
check that
Like,
out.
look,
Yeah.
dude, you gotta accept the fact that the one you got the most views on was which?
Dibble.
Exactly. And that's the one they said that they
Hated.
exactly. So, hey, fuck it. If you believe in something and people are gonna hate on it, that'll probably get you more views. Just ask
Right.
Howard Stern. So
Right. But the thing
you
about it
might as
is this
you
though.
might as well
The issue,
just do what comes natural to you.
well, that's what all
And
I'm gonna do.
ignore that shit.
All
Ignore
my
that shit.
videos are gonna come that way. And
Yeah,
and,
just
and,
come
and I got
natural,
a
bro.
new video that actually will, I don't know. I got a new video coming, and I already got an
Uh-huh.
idea for it, and it's gonna be fucking hilarious. But a lot of my videos are
Well, we should do
hilarious.
something together one day, bro.
Well, we should.
You and I should do something together one day. And along with Angel and Black, like we can work everybody into it, but make like a really cool, like awesome video. And I can help with that because I know production.
Dude, dude,
So
I drop
just get
videos.
everybody in
Right.
on it.
Listen, I drop videos. I know who's watching them, and they not casual fans. You know what I'm saying? And that bothers me because I'm like, damn, man, like you know that I'm doing this, and you're like pushing, you're basically pushing my same video. And I'm like, I don't know, like it's just corny, man. But at the same time, I'm like, look, man, I'm pushing the truth. I got big channels watching me pushing the truth. I also watch other big channels push the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I also push what they be pushing. But I'm just saying, like, it's a warrior sport, y'all. Ain't everybody gonna agree with me. I don't agree with everybody, but I'm cool with that. But all I want to do is just push the fucking sport, man. I'm just trying to push the sport of boxing. And if
Well, you're
motherfuckers ain't
doing
trying
it,
to
bro.
push it with me,
You're doing
what I'm
it.
trying
You're
to,
doing it.
right. But what I'm trying to say is, I support a lot of motherfuckers more than they support me. And I don't know why that is.
Present company not included, I hope.
Either either is or not, it don't matter. What I'm trying to
No,
say is,
I'm the present company. I push your shit.
yeah, absolutely.
Present
Have low. I
present company
appreciate it.
not included is what I said.
Yo, no. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like, yo, some motherfuckers will push this shit, but they won't really push this shit. They'll show up, but they won't really push this shit. And I'm like, that's cool. You know what I mean? Because you got your own shit going on. So I ain't got no issue with that. But when you downplay me and act like I don't exist, when you put up like fucking content creators and don't put me in there and you always own my shit, I'm like, come
Bro,
on, man. Like,
focus on the people who support you, bro. You got big support.
well,
Lots of
that's
people
what,
like
yo,
you.
yo, Black been telling
Lots
me
of
that.
people like you.
Black been telling me for that,
No,
telling me
I
that for,
know from
yo,
talking to
yo,
people behind the scenes. Like
yo,
a
but
lot of
Black
people
been
are like,
pushing
"Oh, this
that
one
shit.
two kid guy is a good
Right,
guy."
right. But what I gotta say is though, like Black been pushing that shit. But you know who else pushed that shit and brought that shit to my attention?
Oh,
And my man, Sporting Advantage. He was like, yo,
sporting advantage is cool.
yo. He
He's a
was
cool
like,
guy.
yo, Sporting Advantage was like, yo, you got more content. Yo, when the channel competitions came up and all that shit, when dudes was putting their
Channel
shit on their channel,
competitions.
yeah, they had a
What?
channel competition shit going. No, I'm just saying. Listen, yo, low key, he was like, yo, you ain't even in the fucking in the same dude who held the competition, right? Was on my
Yeah,
channel. I was on his channel, and the motherfucker ain't even mention me. And he was,
bro.
yo, Sporting Avengers
The
was
fact
like,
that
yo,
they're
you
even
got,
having like a
but
channel competition,
but
like, come on.
nah. But what I'm trying to say is a channel competition with like content, a channel competition with
Oh
like
God. We used to
no.
do
Pay
that back
attention.
in the day.
I'm
We used to
just
do that
saying.
way back in the day.
But what I'm
Everybody would do
trying,
like an award show, and everyone would have like their favorite channel on it.
but what I'm
But
trying to say, Hap, is you're missing the point. The
yeah,
point of
no,
the
I got caught
matter is
up in that.
right,
You're
but
right.
the point of the matter is, he said you ain't even in, like, you got more content in one video than they got in their entire fucking YouTube fucking career. And I
Yeah,
appreciated that he said that. I wasn't mad at it, but when he brought it to my attention, I'm like, yo, I showed this dude mad support. And
yeah,
this dude literally went out of his way, right? And I got proof of it, right? To, to, to not let me on someone else's channel. I was like, damn, that's some cold shit. Like, you ain't even
yeah.
go.
One two kid though, you got like a lot of people that love your shit. So don't focus on those fuckers. Those guys are
Nah, I'm just
assholes.
saying, like, nah, it's not about focusing on him. It's like, damn, man, like, yo, I showed you mad love, and you just you going go out of your way to knock me, and
Downgrade.
I'm
Yeah,
like, yeah,
exactly.
like you dry
Well, some
hating on me,
people, look, bro. Some people only feel good when they can make someone else feel bad, and it's
right?
just a
But what I'm
sad
trying
thing
to say
about
is,
human
me
beings.
might, but what I'm trying to say is, I ain't trying to ever make, even when motherfuckers was it surpassed me and whatever, I pushed them. I ain't even try to knock them, even if I did this to them or whatever. If that was what people wanted in the boxing community, I'm like, yo, all right, cool. You know, that's what you want. I ain't never try to knock them or even keep my videos up dissing them, even though they try to diss me. And instead of dissing me, because they knew I went back at them. They just the motherfuckers that was down with me.
Right.
And I'm like, that's corny as fuck. Because you didn't pick me up and you didn't pick them up. Why you
Right.
going after the people around me? Like
Yeah.
that's dry hating. And yo, my son said it. He was like, yo, that's like dry hating.
No, that's
And,
real hating.
no, but what I'm trying to say is like you
Dry
can't
hating
diss
would
me.
be if they did
You
it on the
won't
side tip.
diss me personally, but you'll diss the motherfuckers around me. And I ain't even diss you. I didn't even diss you. I went back at you for you violating me. And when I did, it got to a point where it came up to the surface on a high level, right? Where I crushed you. And it's like, it's not even about me crushing you though. It's like, and you downgraded everything that I did. And then you said, well, that's irrelevant and fuck everybody that's down with you. And it's like, yo, you corny for that because
Mm.
there's no proof of me crushing you because I didn't attempt to crush you because you was down.
You know what,
And you,
bro?
I don't know,
At
it's like
least
corny.
the next time around with that person, like the way you approach it originally is the correct way. Like you don't crush someone when they're down, but you kind of let this one guy live, like, and then he came back and fucked you over, right? Is that what you're saying?
Nah, I ain't let him live. He would have lived regardless. What I'm trying to
Well,
say
no,
is,
I'm
I
saying.
didn't,
I mean, you
I didn't,
didn't go
I
all the
didn't
way
attempt.
there,
Right. I didn't go all the way there because I didn't want to step
right?
on a
Okay, that's what
motherfucker.
I'm saying. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
And then
So,
gain
I
fame.
think
I
you
don't think
handled
they
it.
would have lost fame. Wait a minute. Let me just get this straight. I don't think they would have lost fame because they got their hardcore fans that love them, even if they ain't full of shit. And I'm not saying they full of shit. I'm saying if they full of shit for that moment, because they was full of shit for that moment. They admitted to being full of shit for that moment. They were like, yo, because I didn't give them any choice but to admit to it.
Okay,
I
but
didn't knock them. I put them
what
in a
I'm saying,
position to where they had to say,
hang on,
God
before I
damn, I'm
forget,
a
bro,
piece of
I'm gonna
shit.
forget this shit because it's late. Um, what I'm saying is that you handled it the correct way the first time by not doing what like being savage, right?
Right.
So, but the next time around, it's time to be savage. Like sometimes that's just the way it's got to be with men. Like if he fucked you over, like and you were nice, you were gracious about it, and then he fucked you over again, the next time you got to come with all fucking guns blazing, bro. And that's one thing haplotype will do. I'll come with guns blazing, because if you don't, then that guy's just gonna keep doing the same shit to you over and over again. So one time is a lesson. Second time around, you handle it different if it happens again. That's what I'm saying.
Say what I'm trying to say is the motherfuckers wouldn't even let me on they some motherfuckers let me on their panel and they cool with me. Like we move past it. But other motherfuckers was like, yo, don't fuck with this dude. Don't ever let him on your panel because he's gonna fucking body you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I'm capable of bodying these motherfuckers because we ain't really debated. I've made them change their minds. Certain motherfuckers change their minds. But this dude I made change their mind about a certain situation. And now another fucking channel that is associated with channel that I did get over on, right? And didn't want to, won't. It's like, yo, don't ever let. And I thought he was a cool motherfucker, and the motherfucker
Well,
told
obviously,
another
he's
dude
not.
to let me on his fucking channel to even fucking debate. And I'm like, damn, what the
Hence the
fuck is
point.
YouTube? What the fuck
Hence
is
the
YouTube
point,
doing?
1-2, that next time around, that should happen. Anything happens with those guys, go in guns blazing. Don't fucking hold back.
Nah, I'm not. But at the same time, that ain't the point of what I'm trying to do. Because
I know,
if they,
but you know
what
what?
I'm trying to say
It's
is
not
this though.
you.
Between
It's
you and
what
I,
they're doing.
between you and I, what I'm trying to say is, if they got a big channel and they pushing boxing, I ain't trying to hurt boxing.
No, you're not hurting boxing, bro, by pointing out some bullshit that someone's saying. Okay,
Right.
they don't control boxing. Fuck that. I don't care if a channel has
No.
100,000 fucking subscribers. That's
But yo,
nothing.
I'm gonna put it like this: if I got on some shit and I became big, you know what would happen? I would get mad hate from fighters, from fans, from everybody. But
Why
at
are
the
you
same
worrying
time,
about
I
that?
would get
You're
a mad.
predicting negative shit.
No, I'm not predicting negative shit. What I'm trying to say is the positive shit that I would get would be suppressed.
I don't know.
The same way,
How do you know unless you do it?
No, but what I'm trying to say is I did. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is like, yo, look, Tony Reviews told me, and this is the God's the honest truth, and I believe him. He had fucking views. He did what he had to do, right? He sat there, he said some shit. He had these amount of views, but only certain shit showed up on YouTube. But in reality, it was like thousands more views than he had seen. Why is that?
He was looking at his analytics versus the view count on the actual video. And, sometimes, YouTube has a different rules for what shows up as a view. Like, for instance, back in the day, I had a meeting with YouTube, and they told me that the way they recognize if you're using someone else's content is not by the video, it's the sound. Okay, so you can I don't know if that's still the case to this day, but in those days, you could put up a video, change the sound, and they would never know.
Look,
another thing is, oh yeah, go ahead.
All I'm saying is this: to me, when I watch boxing videos today, all I hear about is politics and all this other bullshit. And at what point we gonna get away from it? Because
dude, if it was up to me, go look at the videos on my channel. Like, I don't make videos right now. I'm gonna start again soon. But none of them have any politics. Zero. And this is going back to like 2008.
Did you see
crazy
that shit?
Early on.
Does that make perfect sense to you?
What?
This.
And I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down.
Slow and twisted.
I'm fucking dying, man.
I make your mouthpiece obese like Delarice. When I release, you lose teeth like little Steve.
Is that not what boxing has become?
Yeah.
To me, that's exactly what I look at. When I look at it, I'm like, yo, yeah, man. It's like, yo, you gotta fight for what you
boxing
believe in.
Boxing is kind of like watching a car crash, bro. Like, you just can't take your eyes off of
Go,
it.
man.
You
Don't give
really
a fuck what you land or not. Just let him go. But you gotta let punches go. You got 3 minutes, man. You gotta fight. Go, man. Don't give a fuck what you land or not. Just let him go. But you gotta let punches go.
Right. That's what boxers gotta do. Otherwise, you're gonna look like
You look at the state of his face. There's no way he's lucky the fight was stopped. Wait, look at the state of his face. You know, I got him. Look at the state of his face. Look at the state of his face. You know, number one, no guy test.
shout out to my man Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? All these other fighters are.
No bullshit, bro.
Saying
Ain't no Chris Angel mind freak, David Blaine, trap dog, horse shit jumping off here.
we ain't dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? And when a guy like Hap Glow or a guy like
Good. God damn, that boy can sing.
you know what I'm saying? We shout out them motherfuckers, regular militant, all these guys, man, because they pushing the sport, y'all. And that's all I'm trying to do is I'm trying to push the sport. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You know what I'm saying? Now, for real though, like whenever you hear me pushing a narrative, you know what I'm saying? I'm not pushing a narrative, man. The only narrative I'm pushing is the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And if it don't fit your narrative because it don't fit your color and it don't fit your race and it don't fit all this shit, it's like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Maybe your boy maybe your boy sucks.
If it doesn't fit, you gotta quit.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. Yeah, I ain't quitting shit. I ain't quitting shit. That's why motherfuckers don't watch my shit.
That was just
I
a
don't
little
give a
joke from the 90s.
Right. I get it. But I'm just saying, man, fuck all that bullshit. Fuck all that bullshit. All I want to do is see the best fight the best. And you know what I mean? Make a little sacrifices for the fans because you wouldn't be as big as you was if the fans didn't give you no love. And once fans start realizing that shit, you're gonna get the best out of your fucking fighter.
You know
You know
what,
what I'm
one, two,
saying?
kid?
Instead of
I
sucking his
I
nuts.
think my shit is about to die, but I will say this. What are the top 5 fights that you want to see that we're not getting? The top 5 that you want to see, but you know we're not getting.
What is it? Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Or
What
are
is
you
your top 5 fights that you want to see, but we're not getting right now?
well, I wanted to see Bivol and Canelo. I also want to see
No, but these are ones that
Spence and Bud.
These are the ones you know we're not getting.
All right, Spence and Bud.
Bivol and Canelo is possible. That's what I'm saying.
Right. It looks possible, but is it really? Because there was a lot of fucking
At this
fights.
moment in
We were
time,
going
I
to see,
can't say.
AJ
I
and
can't
Tyson
say it's.
Fury was
I
possible.
can't say.
That
I
shit
can't
didn't
say it's.
happen.
I can't say Bivol and Canelo is impossible right now. So these are
I'll
fights
put
that are impossible. Like
no.
for instance, right now we can't get Joshua versus Fury.
Right.
We know that.
Right. And I
So
bombed the
that
shit
one
out.
would be high on my list.
Right. Okay. So there's a lot of fight. I would like to see Bivol and Beterbiev. I like to see Beterbiev, Bivol, and Canelo. I like to see Plant and Canelo. Now that they made that a situation, they literally manipulated that into a good fight. For undisputed. But I would much rather see fucking Benavidez and Canelo at 168, but for undisputed is so much more important. I would also like to see fucking Plant and Benavidez, but that ain't gonna happen. So you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to see Porter and fucking Thurman. I don't want to see Ugas and fucking Thurman or Porter.
Do you
I
want to
would
see
much
Tank
rather
Davis
see
and Thurman?
Yo, Tank Davis, Thurman would knock that motherfucker out the ring. Thurman would
But
not.
that's the latest though.
Yeah, but
That's the
Thurman
latest.
would fucking right hook that motherfucker out the ring, bro. And I'm not saying that Tank wouldn't have
I kind of wouldn't
spots
mind
in the
seeing
fight.
that.
No, I would much rather see Tank and fucking Teofimo. I think it would sell a shit lot more, and we're not seeing
Oh
which
yeah.
Thurman are we gonna see?
I'm
You know what
not
I'm
saying I
saying?
wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't rather see Tiafimo versus Tank
But
or anybody in that weight range, like Ryan Garcia versus Tank, or
have you ever seen Thurman not try to knock somebody's head off though? In
no.
any
But what
fight,
I'm saying is,
even
I
when he
wouldn't mind.
lost.
I wouldn't
But
mind him seeing. I wouldn't mind seeing Thurman knock Tank out. I think that would be kind of
right,
funny.
but what I'm trying to say is, but why would Tank skip 135? I would much rather see a Tank
He
and
already
Ryan
did,
Garcia.
bro. He
Wait a
already
minute,
did. He just
right? But
he
what
was
I'm
at
trying to say
140
is,
in his
but
last fight.
you just asked me what fights I wanted to see, so I would much rather see him and Ryan Garcia, him and Devin Haney, him and the main fight I would want to see at 35 is him and Teofimo. I think that Lomachenko would massacre uh Tank Davis at this point in time. I think he would cause fucking Tank Davis all types of fucking issues.
Sorry,
Tank Davis
dude. Something happened.
yeah, no, you're good. But I'm just saying, but like Lomachenko and Teofimo are the guys I want to see Tank fight at 135. And hey, but if he fought anybody else,
Dude, I'd take anything at 135. He skipped over that
Ryan
division.
Garcia or Devin Haney
He
would be
skipped
my
that
third
division
pick.
though.
But
I think
Ryan
he's gonna.
Garcia too.
I think he's gonna do what Canelo's doing. He's gonna go. I'm at 140, not 135. I'm only thinking about fighting guys at 140, and then maybe
You know
even
what?
move up to 147 to fight Thurman, because that's the news that
Honestly,
came out this week.
you know what my favorite fight would be? I'm gonna be 110% honest. Is Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, just so one of them motherfuckers would knock the other motherfucker out the fucking 135 division, because I can't stand seeing them motherfuckers there and not fighting nobody. So one less of them would make my life easier as a boxing fan.
Bro,
Real talk.
preaching
Talk.
the choir. I mean, any of those guys, Teofimo, Ryan, Tank, Devin Haney.
Yeah,
God,
but
if we could just get
but
any two of those guys just fight
but
each other.
who pisses
God
you
damn.
off more out of all of those fighters? Who would piss you off more at 135? Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis has got to be the worst. The worst.
All I want in that fight is for them to knock both of each other out at the same time.
Right. That's why I said about fucking Tyson Fury and fucking
Wilder.
Wilder. Yeah, I'm like, I could care less who wins. I hope they knock each other the fuck out. Like, because neither one of these motherfuckers want undisputed. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I got to keep that same energy when it comes to Plant, because I'm like, yo, he don't want fucking undisputed either. He don't. How can you say that this motherfucker want undisputed when he worth $1 million and passes up $10 million and 3 titles and says, nah, he ain't giving me what I want. I gave him everything he wanted, but if he's sick, and it's like, or if I'm sick, and it's like, yo, you counting on being sick? that means you counting on getting your ass whooped.
I think the dispute in that contract, if I understand it correctly,
I
and
don't care.
believe me, I don't know. It was that Canelo's side said if Plant gets sick, they still get the same amount of money. If yeah, I don't care either, but they get the same amount of money if they have a replacement opponent. And then Plant side wanted the same thing. I'm like, come on, man. Like, who
Right.
gives a fuck? Like, who's
Right.
planning on getting sick?
But here's the thing, right? And that's what I'm saying is like, yo, dude, you could get 3 more titles and beat this dude.
Right. A Hall of Fame victory.
Quote unquote, the face of boxing, him and AJ, right? You get a shot at Canelo Alvarez.
I'm beating
and
Canelo
3
right
fucking
now.
titles and 10 times more than you made in your entire fucking career. And you're
Beating
like,
Canelo right
nah.
now is a Hall of Fame victory.
And yo,
It's a signature victory.
if you win, you make more money than you made even before you made the 10 million.
But that
Because
tells you the whole story, bro. The guy knows he's not. The guy
you can
knows
make
he's not
20
going to win.
million and you're undisputed. It's like, yo, what is the problem? You get in the camp, the crunch berries. You're getting all that shit. You're getting the prize in the cereal box. You're like, shut the fuck up and just beat this dude's ass and show him, yo, this is my cereal box. This is my shit. But this chump motherfuckers don't want no cheese on this cheeseburger. He don't want a good, yo, I don't get it. I don't. This is the 3rd time this motherfucker refused to fight Canelo, yo.
Bro.
And now
it's not that hard to understand.
For 3.
He knows he's gonna lose. And he's the golden. Like,
I don't
PBC
think he has
sees
anything to do with it, man. I think
I was just about to say.
Promotion. The promotion's like, yo, we don't believe in you, you punk bitch, and we need you to get 12 million. That's real talk.
I don't know. I think the PBC sees him as more of a long-term investment and doesn't want to fucking burn him by getting his ass whooped.
Right. But what I'm trying to say is, at what point do you believe in your fighter? And this is the biggest opportunity.
Not now, obviously.
Other than Pacquiao and fucking Spence, this is the biggest opportunity that you got at 168 because 168 is shit. Yo, I'm gonna put it like this. So, okay, Caleb Plant, what you gonna do? Sit around and wait to get your ass whooped by Benavidez for $2 million? For no title? Wake the fuck up, man. Hot horse shit.
Yeah.
And listen, and this goes out to Canelo. You gonna just pass up fucking undisputed? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on,
pay
man.
the guy $15 million and just fucking get it over with.
Yo, throw $13 million at him, stuff it down him and Al Haymon's throat, and say, "Yo, let's go." You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Put the fucking contract shit out there and say, "Yo, this dude's a straight bitch. He don't want to fight me." But you know what? Even fucking the man won't say nothing from fucking the zone. Why? Because
Eddie Hearn?
Eddie Hearn don't want to fucking. Yo, listen. I knew Eddie Hearn.
I heard Eddie Hearn give a video interview on that.
Yeah,
he said
he didn't want to make no statement.
What he said was the only thing I got out of it really was he's not Canelo's promoter.
Right.
He said, "I'm not Canelo's promoter."
Right. but he got nothing out of it. But you
like
know who's
several
promoter?
times.
But if he's not Canelo's
No, I'm not saying
promoter,
him. I'm
tell
saying
me.
the information.
All right, but I'm saying if he's not Canelo's promoter, right? Whose promoter is he? Is he Andre's promoter?
I don't know. I think he's acting
No,
in
I'm
the
asking.
capacity in terms of
No,
this fight. He's acting in the
is he?
capacity of like Canelo's mouthpiece. Maybe he's got like some kind of deal with Canelo where
But
he's
what I'm trying to say is though, is he
working on it.
Andre's?
But
If he's not Canelo's promoter, right, and he's not Andre's promoter, right?
well,
Because
he is
he is.
Andrade's
Oh,
promoter.
okay. So you just said it, right? He's Andre's promoter, right? Why did he
Yes,
tell Andre to stop it when he tried to call out Canelo on the zone?
because Canelo's is one of his cash cows.
Wait, yeah, Canelo's his cash cow, but he's not Canelo's promoter.
Right, but this is the thing. When you're as big as
Ah,
when you're as big as Canelo,
all
right?
right. When you're
You
sucking cock, right? Go ahead. When you're
when
kissing
you're as big
ass,
as Canelo,
right,
when you're as
right,
big as Canelo
right.
is all I'm gonna say. You can add your own shit to it later, but when you're as big as him, you don't really need a promoter like Eddie Hearn to be
I
taking
got,
20% of
I
your
got
shit.
you.
What
Right.
you need is Eddie Hearn out there, working for you.
But what
And
I am trying to say is,
that's where I think Eddie Hearn and Canelo are right now. Eddie
this is
Hearn
my
wants to be in the Canelo business,
right.
and
I
he'll
get
do
that.
anything.
Right, right, right. He'll kiss ass. He'll suck cheeks, all that shit. But what I am trying to say is, when you do got a motherfucker that is taking 20% of your shit, like Andre, and he's telling you to shut up when you about to fight somebody, when you trying to call somebody out, then you might be getting 20% of your fucking pay to the wrong motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. Shit. If you're gonna give it up, and if this dude's gonna say, and I know it's not popular, and I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Because none of these big channels gonna say that shit to these people that they get in fucking you know, they gonna they're gonna get their interviews with. They're not gonna say this shit, you know what I mean? They're gonna suck ass. I'm just saying, if I'm paying you 20% of what the fuck I got, right? And then you tell me that I need to shut up, like Wilder, like Andre, you know, and I got a promoter telling me that I shouldn't, or even Bob Earl telling me to shut up. You need to shut up, Tiafimo. This isn't the place, Andre. Fuck, I'm paying you for it. You ain't promoting me. I gotta show up to a fight to get a fight, and you giving, and my own promoter telling me to shut up, and I'm promoting my own shit. I think that's a problem with boxing, and I think that's a problem with my channel, because y'all don't want to hear guys like me talk. You want to hear dick suckers. You want to hear cock suckers. And I'm just gonna come out and say it, man. Y'all want to hear cocksuckers. You want to hear someone sucking someone's dick. You know what I'm saying? That happens to be your favorite fighter, but you don't want to. If your fighter was black
if your fighter was Mexican and if your fighter was white and they couldn't get a fucking shot because of the color of their skin or anything else, and they did it the right way, would y'all be keeping that same energy? This the 1-2 kid, and I'm out. Stop the bullshit. Stop the bullshit, y'all. It's a warrior sport. It's a warrior sport. Y'all acting like some bitches. Real talk.